Hey everyone, Moss here. I'm gonna play a game on TTS with some friends, and I'm just gonna record it. Tell me what you think.
Unless you're feeding it to the Kronspine.
So it's my deployment,
Um,
right? Sorry.
yeah, you're up.
Oh, these guys are on the wrong line. Sorry, these Ard boys are.
Oh, they were behind? Yeah,
They
they're
were on
farther up.
this
That's
other.
fine.
They were on this line. For
I
some
assumed
reason.
they'd want to be on the front. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you got so far? You got a catapult. You got
Two
your
Gray
gray
Seers,
spear. Okay.
5 Plague Sensors. Those dudes are pretty strong
Plague
for
sensors.
how cheap they are. Yeah, their base profile is 3s and 3s, -1/2, and they're +1 attack on the charge.
I think I'm actually gonna put my brutes over here.
Oh. Brutes on the side, okay. I mean, the building does work really well for them for cover.
I'm just feeling it. Maybe these guys won't stick it
Who's
in the back.
Ard boys on either side. So heroes will probably go here. Or maybe here. Actually. Huh. How bad do I want the center?
I feel like in this map, because it's so big and there's so many
Yeah.
objectives, right? And because you're gonna play tricks with controlling objectives for numbers of turns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like castling is gonna be tricky.
It's going to be really hard.
Yeah.
Because you have to be able to move off of objectives and have your opponent take them. Or you have to only, like, your castle has to only take 2 objectives at a time. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's super weird.
But then what you're doing is you're giving space to your opponent so they can take aggressive objectives and then fall back to other ones.
Yeah,
right?
the other problem being if you're only taking 2 at a time, there are 6 on the board, so your opponent's going to be able to also take 2 at a time.
Yeah, so
You're not getting an advantage out of that.
Yeah, that's an interesting way that's going to play with controlling more objectives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll actually have to pick one to fight over if you want to control more.
So I deployed brutes. Is it me again?
Okay.
No, you.
No, it's me.
So I can also mute myself and I can talk.
No, I don't need to put plague monks down yet.
Directly to the audience, I guess.
I probably do want to hold my back too, right? I'm gonna have to take objectives on your side later in the game anyway. So I may as well just start at least on this one. The question is, do I want like a really far out screen or not? I think maybe. Something like this.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the clan rats like that.
I still find it hard to believe that they can be lined up like this. Like, I know that they can, but it just seems to me like in the rules that they shouldn't be. Right?
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, the coherency rules with 25 mil bases, I feel like 25 mil bases were kind of an oversight when they made those changes, you know?
Yeah, because they don't know. I feel like they didn't know everything.
They were like, well, it's an inch, but, you know, we do technically have a base size that's less than an inch, so... I guess those guys just don't have to play with new coherency, and everybody else does.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it needs to just be like like kind of like a rank system.
That's how fantasy does it, I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like file and rank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
I think that's how fantasy does it.
Yeah, it's like yeah, that I'm pretty sure that is how they do it. But just
They fight in rank.
They fight in ranks.
I feel like we're gonna get that for just Old World when it comes back.
But you know what I mean? Like I really liked the Galatian Veterans Battalion for that reason.
Oh, a lot of people
yeah.
did.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just so simple, right?
It does make it a lot simpler. You don't have to sit down and be like, all right, let me get my measuring tape out. Who's within 2 inches? You know, like,
or
and
the math for the
fan out a little circle and like, yeah.
25 millimeter bases need to say like 1.2 inches away from 2 models or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, introduce an errata so that they have to play the same coherency game.
Okay, so you got a fat screen there. Okay, so you're castling up in that corner. So I'll drop a War Chanter. So this one is red, so the red one has Get 'em Beat.
Okay.
Okay, and then the green one has Fix and Beat. Yeah. But I'm just going to check to see. So this is a range of 12. I need to update this because it needs to be 2 of these.
I only have the one artifact in my army. And no warlord or anything. So engineer has Vial the Fulminator. He gets to make one of my war machines double its movement.
So I'm within Violent Fury for all of these units at the front.
Yep. That's +1 damage, right?
Yeah.
That's a 15-inch bubble, and then the beat is 12, right? Or is it the other way?
The beat's 12, yeah.
Okay. Okay, War Chanter goes down there, so it's my drop?
Yep.
Let's go with Plague Priest, who knows guidance. Command point Plague Priest, right here next to the catapult.
What do I got left here? What am I thinking? I mean, that could happen. I could do that. That seems bad, though. That seems better. He has Fasten. Sorry. Okay, so audience. My Mega Boss on Makrusha has Fasten. Which means that, like, if I'm looking at sort of where to place it, I can see, like certain kinds of lanes. I feel like I'm going to place him over here in this area because I can't... Like, he could sit back here, but I have this feeling that my brutes are going to kind of come in here and try to grind something out and clean up this objective, maybe. 1 unit of pigs is going to get teleported. Another unit of pigs is just going to charge up the center either this way or this way, right? My general is probably going to sit back here close to this gnaw hole just to turn it off, and I'll be able to grab some things to teleport around there and just kind of take it easy on that side. So I want wherever the Mega Boss is going to go, I want the War Chanter to go. So I'm thinking about putting the other War Chanter someplace over, like maybe even back here behind this unit, and then putting him here. Gobsbrack is going to go over here, so he's within 30 to unbind. He might even set up top here. I don't think there's a ton of shooting. I'm not that worried about it, to be honest. I can always fly over and get fixed and beaded, right? That's fine. So Gobby's going to go here. The Maw can go back here and sit as a teleport threat. If he sits over here, he's also a teleport threat.
Hobby Archer, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, especially since fucking what's it called? Total Warhammer 3 came out.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have all these people being like, hey, can I put a Necrosphinx in my army? And it's like, the answer is no, unfortunately.
Sorry, so I'm gonna mute and deafen myself sometimes because
no, go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm recording it. Sometimes I'm gonna like stop and I'm gonna talk to the audience essentially.
Yeah, go for it.
Right, and just like say things out loud that I don't necessarily want my opponent to hear me say.
Oh yeah, totally understandable. Yeah, think out loud, do all that shit.
Yeah. So I'll place a Word Chanter right here.
Okay. I'm gonna put down second priest. He's gonna go also in front of the catapult. He's still, how close is he in the hole? 2 inches? Okay, he can go a little farther away, actually. He's going to go, like, here. So now he's still within 3 of the null hole? Yeah.
So
All right,
where are your casts right now?
I have 2 wizards down. One right
Are
here.
they both the
one right here.
Grayseers?
They are both Gray Seers. And then I have one more cast. He's not deployed yet. That's the Warlock Engineer. He's a 1/1 wizard.
I don't think I can get within range of your guy in the back. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
could
that's
have.
the general.
Yeah.
He's a shaman of the chilled lands. You know, Skitterleap. He's gonna hang out back there for a while. I need you to not kill him to accomplish my grand strat, so...
Can I deploy, like, up here?
Yeah. Yeah, there's like a bridge there connecting those 2 halves of the building. You can, if your model stands on it, you can stand on it.
Okay, I am going to deploy the Wagh here.
Okay.
I'm just going to take another measurement. Hold on. Yeah, he's within range of this guy.
So you have
Okay.
Gobsprack, Weird Knob, Maw Crusher left.
Just
He's
as
in range.
just as a question, my fellow orcs, the order in which I deployed these units, I feel like, is denying the maximum amount of information.
Yes.
Right? These big pieces are scary, right? And same with the general. Not that, I mean, the general's kind of obvious where he's going to go, right? But
I think you could have maybe deployed the War Chanters before the Brutes, but otherwise, yeah. Because I think the Brutes was a lot of info, but otherwise the leaders, I expected the Pigs and the Ard Boys to be in the middle.
Of course.
And I expect the War Chanters to be in the middle too. Yeah. The Wargog, I guess, is like a pretty important one, and then the Casters, obviously, and the Maw Crusher, I think, and the Brutes.
Right. So the Ard Boys, the Pigs, and the War Chanters are pretty low information.
Right. Yeah. Just like most of the stuff that I've dropped so far, it's like relatively low info. Like, I could still deploy the rest of my castle here. I still have 2 Warp Lightning Cannons, a Doom Wheel, a bunch of stuff left. So I don't have to fully commit to that side. My leaders need to be committed to mostly that side, because I want them to get the chanting and casting buff from the Gnawhole, but...
if I smash to rubble a Gnawhole, it can no longer teleport. Or is it you can't go in it, but you can come out of it?
I can't go in it, but I can come out it. Right. Yeah. I think Heal Priest here. Yeah. Still in range of the hull. Okay.
So me?
Yep.
My intention is to be 3 away. Or 2.9 inches away from the Gnawhole.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
Yep.
He can scoot in a little bit more. Good.
Alright, what am I putting out next? Engineer, Cannons, and Doom Wheel. That's kind of like a package that I want to deploy around the same time. You know what? Let's put our Pestilence stuff down.
So if you were sitting on the other side of this board right now, right? I feel like the why can't I remember their name for this army? Oh my god. The Skaven player has definitely committed themselves to being in this corner because of the Gnawhole, right? So I knew that they were going to be here. The Brutes have a pretty short distance to get in here, and they're also going to be turning off this Gnawhole as that happens, right? So I want them just to come in here and just grind house, and I don't think they're going to get much support, but that's okay. They don't really need to be Horror-Frosted. The +1 damage on the Brutes is really nice, right? Is really good, but it's like it's not going to go to waste. I can also teleport a War Chanter over there if I want to. Like if I wanted to, I could turn one teleport, or I could move up the, like they can move up like with Mighty Destroyers 8 inches, right, to here, and then I could get them beat, right? It's probably too far. It's definitely too far. But I think that I'm going to send a unit of buffed up pigs just into this line here, right? So that these brutes are scarier and they'll be able to come in. That seems about right. And then maybe I'll set up another unit of pigs the turn after. That's probably what it's going to be. I don't think that they'll need get them beat. That doesn't seem all that great. Okay, is it me?
Yeah.
All right. So we got 2 big boys left. So we'll take Gobby and we'll stick Gobby up here.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, he's gonna go over there. Put 5 sensor bearers out front. Taking up space. They're a screen. You don't have shooting, so I can actually use them as a screen. Because their save is dog shit. Alright, yeah. They're gonna stand out in front there, looking scary.
And then my last big boy is gonna go over here somewhere.
Okay.
Yep, that's where he's gonna go. I'm gonna try to lay him flat, but I don't think he'll go flat.
Yeah, he'd fit under, like, his base would slide underneath that.
It's annoying.
Do I want to start on this objective or nah? That's kind of the question, I guess.
So, he's gonna probably move into the middle. I could see him maybe moving up over here and not grabbing this objective. Right? Like, he could run. He'd have to make it all the way over here. He could double move. Right? He could auto run and just sit up here behind this wall, right, for a turn and just, just exist there. And then he could then move and then a War Chanter could get in on him, maybe. Give him the +1 damage. Am I charging with 2 units of pigs turn 1? Probably not. I still feel like weakening up this side is right. I want to get away from my objectives so I can fall back to them. I need to be aggressive, especially because he's just going to sit back with, like, cannons and stuff. So I'm just going to have to, like, delete all his little, his stupid clan rats. I hate clan rats. So if he makes us go first, it's like, we can move all the way across the board. So we'll just buff everything up, and then we can Mighty Destroyers. And if we Mighty Destroyers, it looks like we're going to do, 3 units. I guess it'll be the War Chanter. Which War Chanter is this? The green one? Probably actually the Ard Boys. Right? Because they'll be able to snag this objective and probably be annoying and hold it. So it looks like he's going to control those ones, so I'm going to try to control these ones, is how I'm going to play it. Right, so I have to make sure I move off of mine. So we'll do like a, I don't know. I don't even know what this thing is. Doom wheel. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna move everything up. These 3 up. Right, buff them up, move them up, and then set up the Gruntus for the turn after. And the brutes are just gonna go in and grind. So then where do I want to send the unit of pigs? Where do I want to send the unit of pigs? I want to threaten this. Right, it's going to be pigs and brutes on this side. So I should just put them right in the middle. Right, I can control 1, control 2, control more and then 2? Do I want to control 3 objectives? If I, oh no, because then he can take them back. Okay, are you done?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, good. So, me or you going first?
That's up to you.
I guess I get to pick. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I get to pick.
I'll never get to pick with this list being 16 drops. I'll never choose.
Wagh gets to pick? What?
I know, right?
I'm 16 drops. Yeah.
Jesus.
The version with the Kronspine is 13. I get to be the Skaven number in that list, but
Oh.
yeah, this one I added a bunch of pestilence stuff, so I'm 16.
Jesus.
6 leaders, 2 cannons, a doom wheel, clan rats. Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, I think I know what I want to do. What would you do if you were me?
I actually don't know. This is a weird castle to try to hit on turn 1. You could play a passive turn 1. I wonder how that would go. You could just kind of walk onto
Not
things
good.
and I don't think that's a good choice because letting me hit you first isn't great. I
feel like you have a lot of shooting.
I have like just the cannons for shooting. But
what does what does this thing do? Plague Claw.
Oh yeah, that shoots too.
And what's a doom wheel?
Oh yeah, those are pieces I don't usually play with you.
Yeah.
So the Plague Claw is a one-shot artillery piece. It hits on a 3. It wounds on a 2. I get +1 to hit if you have 10 or more models. So that'll only count on the full strength brutes for this game. It is -2 d6 damage, and if you have 10 or more models, the damage is 2d6. If I target you with a Plague Claw catapult, even if I miss, you add 2 to battle shock rolls.
Scary.
That's like the cool thing that it does. Yeah. So it makes battle shock matter, and then this list runs the Horrorghast. So instead of running the Kronspine, you like try to do a bunch of splash mortal wounds, and then hit something with the Plague Claw and throw out the Horrorghast and try to make battle shock matter.
I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Um,
I'm going to get an extra cast for my Primal Focus, so I'm going to put it on my... I'm putting on the Warlock Engineer.
Okay, 2 command points. So I'm going to generate my wild points. My general makes 5, and then I get my 3, so I have 8 wild points to start.
Yep.
Not bad. I'm going to... let's see.
I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Yeah, okay. So I already got the first. Ability. +1 to run. It's pretty good. I guess, yeah. +1 to run. Yeah, if am I gonna multi-charge? Probably not. What are my other options? Oh, fuck. Heroic actions. I don't need the unbinds. I'm gonna roll for a command point and fail. Okay.
Okay.
I failed my heroic action.
Uh, okay.
Let's
I'm gonna
do
go for a command point with mine. On
let's
my
do
general.
our primal dice.
Sure.
So I'm gonna fail to get one for the both of us, but my battalion is gonna give me one.
Okay. Let's see. For us, I get us one,
Okay.
and then I also have the battalion, and I will not get one. That's crazy.
See, I feel like the battalion is very necessary,
It's
right?
really good.
Well, if you don't have it and your opponent does, and you lose the die to them, it feels bad. But if you
Yeah.
get a die over them, it feels good. And I think that one of the things that's going to make orcs good this season is our tools for countering magic. Right? Like being able to shut down your opponent's spells makes us a lot better, I feel.
Yeah, for sure. They're
Yeah.
kind of like an anti-magic army without like a spell ignore rule or anything like that.
Right now, at least they have a good anti-magic unit.
Yeah, they have like
I'll
an
take it.
interactive anti-magic piece. You just have to be careful because like there are going to be some armies that
Are better.
that are better basically. It's like the anti-magic tool is useful, but they have shooting, so it's like, oh, okay. Well, you can shoot Gobsprak and then he's not good anymore.
Yeah, but it's nice that he can
Whereas
just
some
hide
lists
behind
can't
terrain.
fuck with him at all, because
Yeah.
they need melee and he can just hide.
Yep, and he's fast.
He's
good.
very fast.
He's
Yeah.
not very expensive. Like his points are cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, so you picked your optimal focus or whatever. So just battle tactic for me, I got left. Within 3 of the center. 2 within 3 of the center.
You have to be there at the end of the turn, right?
Yeah. It's just a lot of... Sometimes it's pretty hard. 3 is quite a small space.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just the...
So instead, I'm going to pick Sneak Up.
Okay.
Did they input all the new ones here?
I think so. Yeah, 3 from the center is pretty small.
Did I not see it, or is it not there? It's not
Oh,
there.
maybe they didn't put the new Orcs one in. I know they put the new GHB ones in. I just didn't... Yeah, I don't know if they put the new Orc FAQ.
That's fine. We're gonna... So that's the end of my beginning of the hero phase. Is there any other beginning of the hero phase stuff that you...
Nothing to unbind, so no.
Okay. So then we got Violent Fury. So I'm gonna give 1 damage to these pigs, to the red pigs.
Yep.
And then, let's see, what should get +1 damage? I think that...
Oh, you asked me a question earlier, and I forgot to answer it because I was rambling about the catapult. You asked me what a Doom Wheel is.
I did, yeah.
Doom Wheel, 8 wounds, 4 up save. It's a war machine. It has a move characteristic of 4d6. So it moves random every time. I can choose to re-roll the 4d6. If I do that and I get any 1s, you get to move it.
Is it cavalry? Like, does it run me over?
Yes. Okay. So it moves as if it can fly over all units with a wounds characteristic of 3 or less. Anything... So not pigs and not heroes. Anything that it moves over or ends within an inch of at the end of any kind of move. So normal move, retreat, charge, pile in, all of it. On a 2+ D3 mortal wounds.
Good. I'm gonna use Mighty Destroyers.
Okay. And the Warlock Engineer knows Levitate. So I can make this regular ass fly and then it can just roll over everything.
If I'm here, can you see me with your shooting?
I don't think so. I'm getting down here on the table. It doesn't look like I could. I don't know, maybe because you're like lifted in the air right now. I mean, maybe the guy on top. I guess it depends how close you are.
That's fine. I'm just gonna move
Yeah.
to there. And what's
Yeah,
gonna be the
I don't
third
think so.
thing?
Yeah. Levitate's such a fun ability.
Levitate's a great spell.
For being such a basic spell that everyone could know.
Yeah. It's good that everybody can know, here, you can fly now. That's like a really basic wizard thing.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, here's Kragnos. You can fly now. They fly now. They fly now.
Here's the steam tank. It can fly.
Mm-hmm. How? Archaic magic.
Okay, good. So that is the end of my... Nope, I have all my spells still. So my... let's see. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Gobsprack is gonna cast Choking Mist
Okay.
with a 10.
Yep. Gets that.
Any unbinds?
I have some of those in range, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I sure do. He has 2 casts. Wagh has 2 casts. We determined that I'm in range with this guy for the Wagh, but
Yeah.
not the other guy, right?
I'm a 5 cast list.
And then, oh, but my general is in range to unbind Gobsprack.
Yes, he
looks
is.
like. Okay. Okay, I'll try this with the general.
Okay.
So you have 4 more casts after this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. A 9.
Okay.
Do I want to try to throw a primal dice? Do I care? Choking Mist ain't.
It's a pretty good
Is
spell.
it that bad? It's pretty good, yeah. So where's he gonna be? It's a 24-inch. It's within 24, right?
Yep.
So he could pick back here. He could hit all my stuff back
Hit
here.
everything.
Clan rats, who cares? They're already 1 attack. Sensor bearers, that's pretty annoying. That's a lot of lost damage. Plague monks, that's pretty annoying too.
I'd probably hit, to be honest, I'd probably choose about here for a point.
Yeah, so you'd hit like this
I'd hit
unit, these guys, these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole circle.
That's a lot of stuff.
This is a 6-inch circle, right?
Yeah, it's just an objective basically that you place over wherever the point you pick is. He could
see.
cast...
This is what Gobsprack's good at, and Primal Dice are good at. I'm putting you in a weird position, right?
Yeah,
Where
this
it's
is a
like,
bad
are you
position
gonna spend your shit?
Because this is like pretty advantageous for you if you get it, and I could fight it and pretty easily dispel it with 1 primal die, but then I go down to 0 primal dice and you have 2. I'm gonna let you have it.
Okay, so I'm gonna debuff all those 4 units or whatever.
Yep. Just grab a chip for him.
Okay, second spell I'm gonna cast with Gobsprack is gonna be Mystic Shields, and I'm gonna fail on a 4.
Okay.
And then the Wagh is gonna cast Fist of Gork, and I get that with an 8.
That's the Mortal Wounds one?
Yes, and so I'm going to choose this unit of clan rats. Unless you want to unbind.
I'm definitely going to try to unbind it.
What did I get? 8?
got an
let me
8.
think about it for a sec. I think I want to throw... this unit right here of clan rats is 10 or 20?
20.
That's so tempting. I'm going to throw a primal die at it, and I'll get 11. So that the 10 plus goes off with that.
Right. Well, I'm definitely going to throw an unbind at it. Let's see what we get. I have a 10 with my +1 from the gnaw hole, so I'm gonna use my my primal die for this as well. Yeah.
Okay, good. So that brings you to 0 primal dice, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, it does.
Okay, so the Wurgog's second spell is going to be Hoarfrost. And I'll get it with 10.
Yep.
And I'm going to give it to the Gore Gruntas.
Well, I do have another Unbind. I just don't have more primal dice. So, I mean, I'll try. I'll try to get an 11. Nope, I got a 10.
So I'm going to choose Tusk and Hooves. And so it's 1. So I'll give Tusks and Hooves 1 rend.
Okay.
Not the best.
Do they already... They're 3s and 3s, right?
Tusks and Hooves? I think it's 3s and 3s, yeah. I'd have to check, but I'm pretty sure it's a pretty good profile. It just has no rend.
Yeah, I remember you talking about, because of the exploding sixes math on Bone Splitters, how sometimes it's better to give +1, or give them 1 up to hit, like just mathematically getting more hits through is sometimes better.
I think
I wonder
rend
if
for
that's
pigs is
true.
always... I sat down one day and I walked through it. Like I did all the math.
You did all the math, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that it's
just
for
like
Gore
always
Gruntas.
better.
Well, what's better on Tusks and Hooves is 3s and 3s. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like making it hit
all
on
out attack or 1 rend.
I feel like wound on 2s, and then you can all out attack as well. So it's 2s and 2s, right?
Need that rend, I'm telling you.
Well, against a lot of people for sure, but like if you're gonna hit clan rats, no, you don't.
That's
Right.
that's true.
You know, so like certain targets, maybe it is
Do you have
better.
a 6-up save?
I have a 5,
So it's definitely worth it taking that one.
and but you're damaged 2 already. So
Yeah,
like the
but I'm
chances
gonna
that
cut
I'll
you in
fail a
half.
5-up. Yeah, you will. Yeah,
I'm gonna cut.
that's true.
I'm gonna double the damage with that 1 rend.
Yeah,
or-
with the 1 rend, that's probably true. If
Well,
I had a
yeah.
6 though, I think more hits would be
I
good.
think then I would definitely take the rend still. I think. Right.
Oh,
I'd be
maybe,
like
yeah,
you
they
don't
just
you
get
don't
no
get to
save.
make saves, right? Like you don't get
Yeah.
to reduce the damage. It's going to be all of it.
Sure,
The rend is good. The rend is good.
it's pretty good. for
3
sure.
rend is better. I
Yeah.
could be wrong though. Like there's a math.
3
for it out
rend is
there.
definitely better.
Yeah, 3 rend is definitely better. Okay, so then just the Weird Knob Shaman is left. So he's gonna cast his Hand of Gork, and get it with a 10.
All right, I'll throw the Warlock Engineer Unbind at this. Oh, I need to generate Warpstone Sparks. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, I have 4 of those. I always forget to do that at the beginning of games. These are going to let me reroll Unbinds with or casts over the course of the game. I have to spend them to do that. I'm going to spend 1 here because I don't have any primal dice, so there's no point in not spending 1. He'll throw a reroll at this 7 and then 7. All right, not going my way. Yep, you got that.
So I'm gonna pick up this unit of pigs, and they're gonna go over here somewhere.
Okay.
Obviously further away than that. Oh wait, no, they're gonna come over here. I have to change the order of this in my notes. Oops. I'm finding that the order in which you do things is so important
Yeah.
that you need to it's like it needs to be like a memorized thing, right?
It's
Where
order of
like
operations in math,
operations.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like first
Yeah.
always this first, right?
Mhm.
And then always these first, these casters in this order.
Because there's an
Right.
optimal way to do it where you're giving your opponent the least information possible at all times. Yeah. And where you have the most flexibility for decision making. It's
Yeah.
kind of like playing a control deck in Magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's 9 inches.
Yeah. We know they need a 9-inch charge.
Yeah. Good. Okay, so I think that is that. So we move on to the move phase.
Yep.
So let's see. Mega Boss on Crush is gonna. So can the Doom Wheel fly? Or
No,
is
it
just
can
over
move
units?
It moves as if it could fly over units with a wounds characteristic of 3 or less. I have to give it levitate to make it fly.
So the Mega Boss on Marcrush is just going to move like over here. Ard Boys on the left-hand side are going to run. So they're going to move 8.
Okay.
Or at least I'm going to consider that. The Clan Rats, what's their movement? Like 5? 6?
6.
And can they like run and charge or anything like that?
They can retreat and charge, and they're +2 to run with their musician.
So with my 8 move, I'm just gonna kind of shuffle over this way. This is like 4 inches, so I mean I'm sure I have tons of move. I'm just gonna move them over like this. General's gonna stay put. This War Chanter right here is gonna run, so that puts him at 8 inches. I don't think that's very smart. He's going to run up behind some terrain-ish here. These pigs are going to move. They're just going to slide over like this. Maybe back up a little bit. This second War Chanter is going to run, so that's 7. So I think he's just going to run up and join his buddy. The Wurgog is going to run. So he gets to go 6.
Oh, he's staying back. Okay.
And then these Ard Boys are going to run. Actually, I'm going to consider auto-running them. Yeah, I'm going to pay a command point and auto-run them, so they're going to go 10 inches.
Sure. Put that lookout sir back up.
Get that lookout sir back up.
Yep.
And then the Brutes. The Brutes are going to also run. So they get to go 8.
4.
So probably not going to be able to... It's probably about 8. Kind of run around the thing a little bit. Oh, am I losing them through the floor now? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I still got 10.
No, you got 10. Yeah.
And then this one is going to just toe on. He can get close enough.
Right?
I had lots of movement left. Oh, there's one.
Oh, there he is. Okay. I was like, wait, I'm actually counting 9.
I knew that one slipped.
It's actually crew boys. They're just disappearing.
Yeah, they're just actually disappearing.
Yep. So then I believe that's going to be all the moving pour moi. The only thing I'm considering is... I don't know if Gobsprat can fit on the ground in this thing.
Probably not.
Right? I don't
I think
so.
it's too narrow
Yeah.
on the ground for him.
If it was a real model, I might be able to sneak him in, but on
You might be able to,
TTS,
like, angle him in there, but yeah.
But I don't think so. Come on, buddy. So I think Gob is just going to actually stay exactly where he is.
Okay.
And that's
yeah,
everybody.
because you did the battle tactic where he wants to be on the terrain, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So can I see your Doom Wheel? I can see your Doom Wheel, right? But with my Maw Crusher? Oh, yeah, for sure.
Probably.
So shoot.
Looks like it.
phase. He's my only shot, so he's going to shoot.
Yeah. He yells, right?
Yeah. What's it called? Innard Bursting Bellow. So
Okay.
it's going to be on the Doom Wheel. So it's all, so it's 4 dice. I need 2s. Yep, get them all. And then I need 3s.
I guess I'll all out defense here.
Okay,
'Cause
and then
I
so
don't see
it's
why not.
3 saves at 1 rend.
Okay, so this will be a 4 up. Wait, actually, I get cover here, don't I?
Probably.
Yeah. So this will actually be a 3 up. Okay, well, I'll still fail 2 of those.
So 1 damage pop.
Okay. So I have 6 wounds remaining.
Cool. So then I'm going to charge.
Cool.
I'm going to start with the Maw Crusher.
Cool.
I don't think I can get in, though, is the thing.
Does he fly
Yeah,
innately?
he flies.
He does? Okay.
But I'm not sure about, like, the spacing in there and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if you can end inside of there. Like, you could probably end on top of it, since you can fly.
But I don't know if that's, like...
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's not like a real... It's hard. It's weird that they don't allow the measurements to go, like, in 3 dimensions. Like, I can't draw a line up to measure. Which is kind of annoying.
Because I was kind of thinking a charge of, like, 12, but...
Yeah, and I also can't, like, turn this vertically. And hold it up to see how tall things are.
But I don't want to be on top anyway.
Oh, okay.
I'm not interested in being on top.
Sure.
I just wanted to roll and see, but I don't think it's gonna work out. So he's just gonna sit there. So
Okay.
the second charge is gonna be my piggies on the right hand side.
Yep.
6-inch charge, no good. Yeah. Pretty bad mistake on my part. But that's okay. Okay, so that's it. So then there's no combat.
Okay.
And then there's no battle shock. Right?
Yep.
So I control 1, I control 2, I got my objective. But do I control more than you? Like, do you control these objectives? You do, right? Okay.
Yeah, we both gain control at the very beginning after deployment.
Yep. I decided
of anything that we're on.
I decided not to control my own objectives at all, and sacrifice 1 point now, in exchange for maybe more points later.
Well, you still hold 4 right now.
I don't control these ones at all.
You started on them, so
Yeah,
you
but
immediately gain control of them at the beginning of the game.
I thought that you only gain control of objectives at the end of your turn.
You also gain control of any objectives that you start the game on, like at the beginning. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, because I'm not sure about that. I guess it's good to know.
Yeah. That's why I was talking about, like, do I want to start on these objectives in my deployment or not? Contesting.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to start on them a little bit, but I guess you don't have to.
Yeah, I could deploy off them. After setup is complete, but before the first battle round begins, after any abilities used before the first battle round begins have been resolved, each player gains control of all objectives that are within 6 inches of enemy-friendly models and more than 6 inches from all enemy models. In addition, at the end of each turn after the battle shock phase, you must check to see if you've gained control. So you immediately gain control of anything you start on.
Interesting. And here's another question. So I get 1, 2 more.
Yeah.
So here's another question about this map. So the battle plan says, let me see. I actually have it in front of me. It's in my player pack. Let me see. Where is it? What I'm curious about is if you don't control the objective for 2 turns. It's like, can you only control them for 2 turns before they get shut off?
Like, consecutively, yeah.
Points, if the player whose turn it is controls an objective that they controlled at the end of their previous turn, they have siphoned all.
Right.
So basically, you can only control an objective twice.
For 2 turns in a row, yeah. If you control any
2 in a
objective for
row?
2 turns in a row, it turns off.
Okay, so it's not twice. It's in a row.
In a row,
Right,
yeah.
so
you could get on one, step off it, your opponent takes it, and then you take it back, and then it, like, restarts the count.
Right,
like the
so
clock.
those 2 objectives in my back line, as long as I don't end on them.
If I took those from you this turn, they won't turn off for you next turn. But if I leave them alone, they will turn off for you next turn.
Oh, right, because I don't have to be on it to control it.
Right, because they're sticky. So you're going to control those no matter what. So I have to take them from you to stop them from turning off.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I think that's you then.
Okay. Command point gained.
So it's a
let's
huge
generate some primal
mistake.
dice. I don't get us one.
I also do not give us one. But do I give
Battalion.
myself one? No, I don't.
I don't either. Wow, I rolled 2 1s for the battalion so far. Okay, I have no primal dice going into this turn. You have a bunch of people in unbind range, so I'm feeling like dominance is probably not the play. I could do... I could try to go for crescendo now, but if I roll a 1 for one of my prayers, I'll just lose 2 victory points, which sucks ass. I don't really want to do that right now. I want to do that next turn. Maybe I have to take the risk here since it's more free. I mean, I guess I can choose heroic actions first. I'll go for a command point on my general. I'll fail.
I got one on my Maw Crusher.
Okay. Let's see then. I don't think there's any other start of hero phase stuff for me to do before I pick a battle tactic. None of the Plague Priests have an artifact. Vial the Fulminator happens in the movement phase. Otherwise, it's just spells.
So I feel like in this game, I have already made a few pretty bad mistakes. One, I moved up these two instead of saving Mighty Destroyers for this unit of Gore-Gruntas. They should have made this charge and deleted this unit with their buffs. That's a terrible, terrible mistake. Absolutely atrocious mistake that I made right there. I'm just not thinking. I just need more reps with this army. It's pretty bad mistake. And then I sort of misunderstood the objectives, but that's okay. I still think I would have done the same. I probably would not have deployed on this one. I would have not deployed on this, deployed more in the center, and then controlled 1, controlled 2, control more, and left this alone completely, right? And still have had my weird like I think my deployment would have been the same, but
First priest is going to go for guidance.
okay. I don't get to interact with these at all.
No, the first priest is going to go for rabid, actually, because that's a lot easier to get off. That goes off on a 3. He's +1 for the gnaw hole, +2 for the other 2 priests that are around. That means that this is going to go off on anything other than a 1. Okay, it goes off on a 3. +3 is 6. That means that I get a Great Plague, so I'm going to take the Never Plague. I'm going to re-roll all of my prayers.
Nice.
For the rest of the game. All right, Rabid goes off, +1 attack to the unit of this unit of sensor bearers up here in the front. They got choking misted. All right, and I'm gonna go for bless with the one that knows heal.
This should be basically a very hurting unit
2
of
+
clan
3.
rats
That's
pinned
gonna
back.
go off. So 6 up ward for.
Pretty bad.
You know what? We'll put it on
pretty bad.
That unit of sensor bearers as well. Yeah, they're within range. And then the last one's going to go for guidance. I'll get that. Get a command point. Cool. Battle tactic achieved.
Congratulations.
Magic.
Let's
Okay.
Let's do this.
The Gracier at the front that knows Death Frenzy is gonna try to cast Death Frenzy.
How many casts do you have?
5.
Okay, let's do it.
Actually, no, 6. I'm sorry, because I have the Primal Focus, so I'm +1.
So this is the engineer that has a cast?
The engineer has an additional cast.
So
yeah,
he has 2. So you have 1, 2, 3,
2.
4, 5, 6. Okay, good.
Yep. Yeah, the Gracier is actually going to start casting first, I think.
This one?
I have to think about this for a second. Where do I want to put the Maelstrom down? Because that's who's going to actually cast first, is whoever's putting out the Maelstrom. So where do I want to put that? I guess probably like maybe here. There's no way that's going to be able to catch their casts. Maybe I don't care. Yeah, the engineer is going to go for the Maelstrom. He's also going to spend an Aether Quartz, a Warpstone, to
Okay.
reroll casts this turn.
Sounds good.
Thank God I did that, because I'm not going to keep that one. He gets a 9.
Okay. Then my weird knob is gonna unbind.
Okay.
I'm gonna. He has Master of Magic, and I guess I'll use it. So and fail.
Okay. Maelstrom sets that up with an 8. Change this. No, I don't need to do that. I'll just measure it real quick. 8 is going to be like there. Put that there. Put a little counter next to it with a 1 on it.
I'm not really afraid of Maelstrom.
His second cast is going to be Levitate.
Like, I'm a little bit afraid, but I'm not that afraid of Maelstrom. You get that, right?
I think so. Is Levitate a 7 or an 8? I think it might be an 8, so I might need to re-roll this. It's an 8, so I need to re-roll this, because this isn't with... He's not... This is the engineer still. He's not...
Oh, I see. Okay.
He's not on the null hole, so he doesn't get +1. Yeah, I gotta re-roll this. He gets it with a 9.
It's the engineer, hey?
Yeah.
Gets it with a 9. Levitate. What are you casting it on?
The Doom Wheel is
Yeah.
gonna get fly.
I will throw one of my Wurgog unbinds at it.
Okay.
7? I'll throw a Primal Die at it, too.
Okay.
9. So he still goes off.
Yep.
Bummer.
Fly. All right. The wheel is flying. And we get another tick up on the Maelstrom. None of our other casts are going to count for the Maelstrom because we're on the other side of the map. Sacrifices were made for deployment. The next Gracier that I'll cast with will be the one in the front. He's going to go for... we'll go for Death Frenzy. He'll fail that with a 4.
Good.
And then he'll go for the Horror Ghast. He's going to use his 3d6 remove the lowest cast for this. Okay. The total was not 13, so I got to remove the lowest. I get that with a 12.
And this is the guy in the front, right?
Yeah, that guy.
And the Gracier in the back has 2 casts, right?
He does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
general
Wurgog is going to try to unbind this one. Ooh, 11.
Close.
Close. Wasting those good rolls.
Horror Ghast with an 8. That's being so weird about measuring from that guy. Okay, so this is 8 inches, so it'll have to be a little behind, actually. It'll have to be behind. Can't fit the base all the way in front. Or maybe I want to put it more like...
I also feel like, because I misunderstood the way the objectives were going to work, that I probably should have gone second. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you think I should have gone second? I feel like I should have gone second now.
It's going to go for Hoarfrost.
Yep.
Get that with a 9.
So this is going to be Gobsbrack.
Sure.
I can know who... do I know on whom you're casting it yet? Do I get that information?
Not yet.
Not yet?
I think I pick a target when it results.
And that's your general casting this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll use Screaming Mandrake. 13.
Okay. Yep.
So I get rid of that, and I'll deal my d6, please. 6
Sure.
damage to your Gracier.
Okay. I'm gonna roll his 3-up ward pass off because he is next to a unit with 3 or more models, and he's Master Clan.
Yep.
So let's try to pass these off to the Plague Sensor Bearers.
What do you need? Like 4-ups, 3-ups, something like that?
3-ups.
Okay.
So for every 3-up, I'll pass these off to the Sensor Bearers.
4.
So I'll pass off 4. So 2 of those dudes are gonna die.
And then you take 2.
And then I take 2.
Not bad. Fucking gobby. Pulling models off.
Okay, but we got his once per game. That's nice too. Alright, and then do I want to go for another cast? It's not really gonna... It's not for the Maelstrom. I mean, I could try to put the Warp Lightning Vortex down, I guess. I'd have to set one piece up in the front of my line and then the rest over here. I don't really love that. Yeah, what else do I even really want here?
It's just to cast spells.
Nothing.
It's good just to roll
I'm
dice.
good.
Alright.
I'm good. Alright, so that's the end of the hero phase, I think. All the prayers done. Stuff handed out. Yep, so now we move endless spells. Maelstrom will move 8. And make sure its measure movement toggles on. Same for the Horror Ghast. Sometimes it's not. 8 inches. And then 8 inches. Wait, am I insane? The Horror Ghast has more range than this, I think. It's not an 8/8. Did I set it up in the wrong range? This would be good for me to know. It has a range of 12. I'm actually on crack.
You should quit.
Alright, yeah, it goes here and then moves 8. Yeah, it's not a 16-inch range. I remember people talking about how it has a crazy range. Alright, oh, okay. But the measure movement toggle is in fact not on. It lied to me. 8 inches, I think. Yeah, that's good. Alright, movement. Let's see. Let's start with the Vial of the Fulminator. So I'm going to put that on the Doom Wheel. I'm going to roll a die. If I roll a 1, the Doom Wheel will take D3 mortal wounds at the end of the phase. Okay, it doesn't. So it's all good. So I get to double the Doom Wheel's move characteristic in my movement phase this turn.
Does that become 8d6 or is it 4d6?
No, you roll 46 and
Okay.
multiply it by 2. I'm pretty sure. I don't think they just let you roll 8 dice.
Too bad.
Oh, that'd be sick. Yep. So 46. That's gonna be
13.
Oh
look at
man,
you.
I got 2 1s. I kind of want to re-roll it, but I don't want to take the risk. Like
13's pretty low for 4 dice.
Yeah, for 4 dice, 13 kind of sucks. Like, oh man. No, it's a 26-inch move still. I think I have to take it, right?
I'd probably take it. Actually, it's not that much below average. You would think it'd be like 13, 14 would be your average for 4 dice.
Yeah.
Well, like two like if you got another one more, it feels like that would be average. 2 6s, 2 1s.
Right.
So basically average.
Okay, so he's gonna go, this is 19 inches, so he has another 7 after this. Or he could just toe on, and then that's 17.5, so he has 8.5 inches left. He could like touch this guy and then come back. Doom wheels are crazy.
Doom wheels are great.
I love this model. This is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to be like 0.5. Farther back. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I drove over Ardboys and a Weird Knob Shaman. Ardboys on a 2+ will take D3 mortal wounds. I roll 1. The Weird Knob Shaman. He's going to take D3 for 1.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. These yellow or these blue clan rats right here. Where the fuck do I want to go with them? I'm gonna. Well, they're allowed to run. Let me just move the ones that aren't allowed to run first, since there's nothing to decide for them. Yep, we're gonna go like this, so that we're still on our objective, but not on yours, because I don't want to. I don't really want to take that from you, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and let you have that one.
Okay. I'm thinking about a redeploy here.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably don't need to, though. Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
I guess I could redeploy off your Doom Wheel, too, couldn't I?
You could, yeah.
I don't know what I would do with it,
It's
though.
a comedically large move, but you can still redeploy off it, yeah.
So the Doom Wheel, like, fights, right? Like, it charges in and has combat and all that?
It's pretty bad at combat. Most of the reason that it charges is to do the mortal wounds.
I'm just wondering
It's like a mortal wound spreading piece. That's the big cool thing that it does. Like, I am going to charge with it. I'm going to charge that Weird Knob Shaman, like, for sure. But I'm just going to get 2d3 mortal wounds out of it.
I think I can redeploy the pigs so that they'll pile in if you do that.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's worth a command point.
Yeah, with 3 inches, I bet you can do that.
Yeah, they gotta stay outside of 3, though, so...
Yeah, I think if you're just outside of 3 of me here, it'll be basically impossible for me to charge the Weird Knob with my base without engaging you. Yeah, that seems right. Okay, cool.
Good. Okay.
All right. I'll keep moving the other choking misted units that can't run. So the sensor bearers are going to move their 6.
It's also a mistake of me. I don't think the Mega Boss is good over here. The Mega Boss should have been right here.
In with them. This priest is going to... he's going to actually probably be chilling with those plague monks. The guidance priest is also going to move up, though.
The Mega Boss is not a solo flanker, I'm learning. I had a good game where he did that, and so in my head I feel like that's what he is, but he's not. I feel like he is supposed to sit there and be reactive to what your opponent's doing, and be like a scary threat.
Okay.
If you can just sit within teleport range, and you're like, I'm 3 away from you with Master of Magic, right? Like out of Unbind range, if I want to be, right? And if you have Fasten and Mighty Destroyers and a move, right, you're a 36-inch move before charge.
Go ahead and
so like you can suddenly get anywhere, and so you need to stay in this centralized position. Because right now I could like jump over and grab this Doom Wheel if I wanted to.
Cannons
right? That would be
don't have
great.
a wonderful place to go.
You're building
really,
up the strength from victory, right? All that.
Also, I don't even really hate where they are. I guess they're going to kind of filter up a little bit. So these clan rats will... I'll run them to see what they get. They're going to get a 4. So they have a 12-inch movement if I want it. I think they're going to...
So what are your hammers in this army?
So like the units of sensor bearers can hit kind of hard, especially with Hoarfrost. They're damage 2, and they're very accurate. They're +1 attack on the charge, and they're +1 to wound if they are near plague monks. So they can like super easy get 2s and 2s -1/2, and then if you give them Hoarfrost, they're like cracked. Each model on the charge with the +1 attack prayer is 4 attacks. So like they hit pretty hard and they're very expendable and cheap. And then most of the rest of your hammers are like the warp lightning cannons and your magic. Like, I tried to keep most of the list the same as the version that plays the Kronspine. So it does feel very texturally different without the Kronspine. Like, it doesn't have as clear of a hammer or anvil. Yeah. But I think it still kind of works. So this warp lightning cannon will move 3 inches. Engineer will move up, staying tucked in. This cannon will move 3 inches. Why is this chip falling off a ship? Hold on, let's just get this out of here. Yeah. Just gonna move up in here. What can I see? Ooh, I can see pigs. Okay, and then these plague monks right here are also choking misted. They can't run, so they're just gonna move their 6. And then this priest is gonna move up behind them. I'll give him a run too. 5? Wow, he's trucking it. Alright, we'll put him a little bit more up here, like in the middle then. Catapult's staying still, obviously. General's also gonna stay still. So these sensor bearers will move up 6. And the general will follow them. He needs to get a little bit more relevant. He doesn't need to stay pinned behind. Alright. That's all of the movement. Nobody's getting into a gnaw hole. Because they cannot. So, shooting. The Doom Wheel does technically shoot, even though it sucks. So I'll just go ahead and take care of that before I get to the good stuff. Doom Wheel has D6 shots with the warp bolts. 4 shots. I'm going to put these into the pigs.
Yep.
Yeah, the pigs. 3s and 3s. Okay, we got 1 miss. 1 wound at -1.
So that's 5s. Nope,
Yep.
failed.
It'll be D3 damage for 3.
Nice.
Then I'm going to have this red warp lightning cannon here shoot the pigs that I just shot at.
Yep.
I'm going to overcharge it. Let's see the power level. Power level is 6. That's awful. Oh no. Disaster strikes. Okay, well I didn't roll any 1s, and you take 3 mortals. So I'll take that for a power level 6.
Okay. Is that the end of the shooting?
No, that's just the first cannon.
No, but that cannon is done shooting.
Yeah, that cannon's done. Yeah, just 3 mortals to the pigs.
Okay.
And then the next cannon's going to shoot. And it's going to overcharge as well. It's going to shoot into... Do I also want to shoot the pigs? No, I think I'm going to shoot these... I'm going to shoot these red Ardboys in the middle with the blue one.
Okay.
And it'll overcharge. Let's see the power level. That's going to be a 2. That's what I'm talking about. 12 dice. Okay, so I'll take D3 mortals and you'll take 11.
On the unit of Ardboys?
Yeah.
This one here?
The middle one, the red
Okay.
one.
And so there's no saves, right? No.
They have
They have
shields, right?
Yeah, they have a 6-up ward.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start by rolling 4 dice.
Yeah.
And get none.
Okay.
So they're all good. So they're just going to lift.
Yep. And then D3 to me. I'll take 2. So the blue cannon is at 6.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all the shooting.
Cool.
But a bunch of models were killed near the Malevolent Maelstrom, so it's going to explode at the end of this phase.
Okay.
Everything within this bubble is going to take D3 mortal wounds.
Nice bubble.
Wizards are going to take flat.
Wizards are going to take 3.
Flat 3.
Okay. So I'll just do my Wargog saves first.
Okay.
So I'll save 2 of them. So he'll just take 1.
Yep. And then I'll do the War Shanters, the red one.
Yeah.
D3. I'll take 3.
Okay.
The blue one. Also 3.
Nice.
The pigs. 1.
Okay.
And then the rest are my units. So the red clan rats will take 1.
So you don't want to play Spell Portal in this list?
I kind of do, but I have been debating about whether or not I like Warp Lightning Vortex or Portal more.
I'm not sure how. I don't think I really like Maelstrom.
Yeah?
Like, I don't know. Like, it's fine, but hurting yourself... I kind of understand that, like, you don't care about injuring yourself.
I kind of do.
Like, you do
I'm
a little
willing
bit,
to,
but...
Yeah, I'm willing to do it in order to hurt other people, but, but yeah, I feel you. I think I've tried Spell Portal, and I did like how it felt. I'll say that.
People say it's bad now, but I don't think it is.
No, it's just more conditional. I don't think it's bad.
You have to have, like, if you have a good plan for it, right, and, like, that plan is good, I think it's still good. It's just not blanket good all the time now.
Yeah, you just have to build with it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, if you have a plan for it, it's good. I agree. All right, and then Sensor Bearers, 1. Okay, don't lose a model. Nice. Oh, they have a 6-up ward, actually. Let's roll that. No, okay. 1 of 2 on this guy. And then the blue clan rats, they're going to take 1. And then the Warp Lightning Cannon is going to take...
I think I
1.
definitely, when I play this map again,
All right, cool.
I don't deploy on the objectives.
And then the Maelstrom is removed.
Or not on both of them, anyway. Nice. Bye.
All right, now the charging phase, I don't believe I have anything other than the Doom Wheel to charge with.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. I forgot to shoot with the other thing that I included in my army that shoots. The catapult.
Shoot it.
The catapult is going to shoot the unit of brutes. I think you're within 30 inches.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think I was in 30 inches at deployment.
You were, yeah.
Which is why I was like, well, I might as well move up.
Okay, so 2s and 2s. I got a 2 to hit. And there's the 1 wound. There it is. Okay, but you're still +2 to battle shock tests if you ever have to take any of those. So, yeah, the only charge is going to be the Doom Wheel. Just going to go ahead and roll it.
Yep.
A 4. That will do it. I'm going to re-roll it, though, because I want to go farther than that so that I can fly over you.
That'll do.
An
That's
11.
better.
Ooh, oh, within a... How? Oh, wow, wait, hold on. No. Okay, you're 12. It's like, oh, could I do it? Well, I could charge onto the other side of the Gorgruntas, and then I could pile into all of your other heroes, though. I could pile into both of the War Chanters. Do I care more about that or about the Weird Knob Shaman? He's your general, right?
Yeah.
The Weird Knob?
Yes, sir.
And you're doing Wagh for your Grand Strat?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I'm just charging. Okay, charge move. On a 2+, you're going to take D3 mortals. Yep. 3 mortals.
Okay.
No other charges, so beginning of the combat phase, I'm going to pile in. On a 2+, you'll take D3 mortals. Yep. For 1.
Okay. Gotta deal 1 more damage.
All right, let's see it. I'm going to do all-out attack.
I can't even do all-out defense.
I have D6 attacks from the grinding wheel. That's going to be 1. Let's go. 2s and 3s now. Okay, it hits. It wounds, -1.
Puts me at 6 up. Nope, that's failed.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll
Boom.
do it.
Doom wheel.
Doom wheel's sweet. I like the Doom wheel.
I love the Doom wheel. I
It's
really
cool.
like the look of the one that I got too. Like it's a cool model. I can't wait to put it on the table. Okay, yeah, that's the whole turn. So I have to take battle shock tests. I don't think you do.
I do. I have 1 pig that needs to take it,
Oh right.
and I'll be fine.
Okay. I think the horror gas just says yep, it's units within 12 inches of the Sentinel spell. Can't receive. Okay, so that's going to be... So I can give it to the blue clan rats, so I will. But these dudes can't receive it. So the red clan rats lost 1 guy. I need to not roll a 6. Okay, they're fine. Who else lost a guy? The blue ones, but I just paid for them. The plague monks lost. So they are fine. Okay. Cool.
Nice.
Oh, and then clan rats regenerate in the battle shock phase. So
Oops.
we'll get back a clan rat over here. And we'll get back a clan rat right in there.
Yeah, see, I mean, that's why the Maelstrom's not too bad with you, right? You're like,
Right,
well, I'll
because
just
if I'm
lose
hitting
some, get
clan
some.
rats, it's like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, you just have to be careful about the range for, like, the heroes and stuff, right? And the
Yes,
warp lightning
'cause
cannons.
Because I've done flat 3 to my own wizards before, and that feels terrible. And the spell portal really does help with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so priority then. Because I control 1 and 2, but not more.
Tie goes to me. I roll the 2.
Okay. I also rolled a 2.
So I get to pick, I guess.
Yep.
I'll go next.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and, now that I've been controlling these objectives, I'm going to put a little active marker on them that says I'm siphoning them. I got one for you here as well.
Nice.
So any of these that you control at the end of the turn will turn off for you for the rest of the game, and these will turn off for me at the end of the next turn for the rest of the game.
I like it. Okay, so I'm going to choose Reprisal
Okay.
as my battle tactic.
Killed the Doom Wheel.
Ugh, Reprisal. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Okay, good. All right, so lose all my buffs. Bye buffs.
Oh, Choking Mist is gone. Let's go.
Yep. Choking Mist is gone. Cool. I don't get 1 wall point, but I do get 3. I don't get to roll for it, I mean.
Right.
That hurts.
But you do have a Bone
lot.
Splitter's Wizard and a War Chanter.
Yes. I'll take Here We Go, and I will get 2 more wall points.
Okay. I will... I'm going to go for Heroic Recovery on my Greyseer. I don't think I really need the extra command point here, but I could definitely use a little bit more health. What's my bravery? It's got to be like 6 or 7 or something shit, right? 6. Bro, we're Master Clan. We can't be a little more brave than that? Alright, yeah. I rolled over.
Okay. So I could. What's Horrorghast's spell? Like, what's its level or whatever it's called?
The casting value,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure it's 5, but it might be 6. Let me check. It's one of the two. 5. 5. Yeah. Pretty easy to dispel.
Yeah, I'm going to try to dispel it with Gobstrack and get rid of it
Okay.
with a 6.
Yep. It is gone.
I'm going to get rid of it. The Wurgog is going to stare at the Doom Wheel.
Sure.
Let me see here. Yes, yes, yes.
I don't have a ward save, so...
But first, let's generate Primal Dice.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I'll generate one for us.
I will not.
And then I will, let's see, generate one for myself.
Yep, and I get one for the battalion, too.
Nice. Okay, Wurgog stare at Doom Wheel. Okay, so D3. 2. 2 wounds to Doom Wheel. Mortal wounds
Yep.
to Doom Wheel.
He only has 6 health remaining right now,
Yep.
so we're just gonna count to
Okay,
6.
and I'm gonna do it
So-
again. Yes.
Yep.
So 3 more.
Okay, he has 1 wound remaining.
Okay, and then I'll do it again. Yes.
Yep. And he's dead.
And he's done. Cool. Battle tactic.
Battle tactic achieved.
Okay, the War Chanters. One is going to give Violent Fury to this group of pigs.
Yep.
I wonder, do they stack?
I feel like there's some kind of text that says you can't give it to the same unit or something like that more than once, or I don't know. Let me see. That'd be cool.
I'd like to know.
Let me see.
I mean, you're probably right.
War Chanter.
A unit cannot benefit from this ability more than once in a
Yeah,
phase.
more than once per phase. Yeah, that's
I kind of figured that was going to be the case, but yeah, that's such a bummer. I don't even know what I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do. I gotta think about this for a sec. Okay. Well, fix and beat's a thing. So I'll get to fix and beat. Where am I gonna fix and beat? Both War Chanters have taken 3. I'm gonna fix and beat the unit of pigs. So I'll heal 1. So that one model is gonna get 1 more wound on it.
cool.
Okay, so then spells. So Gobstrack spent a spell already, and the Wurgog stared. So I only have 1 spell left. So that spell is going to be Choking Mist, and I'll fail on a 5.
Okay.
I will fail on a 5. Okay, and I think I'm also gonna use my Fasten.
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh, I forgot to say who I was using my primal focus on. It's going to be my general. Doomwheel's not even around to get levitate anymore, so don't really need 2 casts over there.
So I don't think I can go that far. I guess it doesn't matter. I could go like up here too. So what's the rule
Yeah.
if you're being 3 away and you're up high?
It's unclear to me exactly how it works, but it's like the engagement range. If you're vertical, I think you draw it like the hypotenuse on a triangle. Like you draw the line straight through the air from base to base. Like if you're high, it would be from my base on the ground to like the nearest point on your base in the air, and that's the range.
Right. So I'm.
But there's something about like hanging off of buildings or something like that where like sometimes models are assumed to be in engagement range if they like make a charge up the extra distance of a building but can't end on top of it or something. I don't know.
Okay, but I'm not going to use Fasten.
Okay.
I'm just good because I don't need to. I'm just gonna move there in my move phase.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think you're in engagement here. Like,
No.
that line would be like 4 inches or more vertically. So
No, I think I look pretty good.
yeah,
Okay.
you're definitely out.
So then move phase, I guess.
Yep.
So let's see. Pigs are going to go forward 9. Any redeploys?
I don't think so. Maybe I have 3 command points here. It's not like I'm going to use it for all-out defense. Yeah, I'll redeploy. I'm going to redeploy the sensor bearers with all the buffs on them. They're going to go 3 inches. Go ahead and slide them sideways so they make this a lot more annoying for you.
Okay. And our boys are going to run War Chanter. The green one's going to run other one's going to run Wargog's going to run what other moves are there? These pigs are going to move, so they're just 3 away or whatever.
Okay.
Whatever that looks like. I'm sure that's right. Brutes are just going to move. How is that even possible? Okay, so these guys are going to have to, like, snake back this way a little bit, which means that these guys are going to not have to move quite as far forward. That one guy's fine right there, so. Okay.
Brutes are so cool looking.
Yeah, they
I
really
wish
are.
they were better.
They're great. What
They're
do you mean
so
I wish they were
great.
better? They're great. They're awesome.
I wish they were tankier, you know? Like, they die.
They do,
Like-
but they have 3 wounds, which is nice.
Yeah. It'd be cool if they had, like, a ward or something.
It would be cool if they had a ward or something. Yeah, for sure. They just need a new book. Okay,
Yeah.
Megabot. So that's it for moves then. So charge phase. So I have +1 to charge here. So I'm also going to use get 'em beat.
For the 3d6, right?
Yeah, on this unit of pigs, and I'll get it. So not that
Cool.
not that it's going to matter. Also, I'll start with the get 'em beat pigs.
Okay.
So they charge 1 billion.
14. +1, so 15.
15.
Yeah.
So they're just going to charge like into these plague guys.
Sure.
I'm going to make sure I'm staying outside of 3 of you. Am I out of 3 of your... No, not even close. But they don't have a long reach, though, do they?
Clan rats have 3-inch reach when they're full strength like this. Because
Are
for
you
every 10
kidding?
models, Skaven units get +1 reach
Oh, my God.
on all their weapons.
Okay, that's fine. The pigs on the
I
other
mean,
side...
they have shit attacks. Like,
Yeah. Pigs on
Yeah,
the
they
other
suck.
side, they just... I don't know what they need, but let's find out. So
I think they need a
4.
3.
Yeah, so they get their 4.
Yeah, because, I mean, you had mentioned that you were moving 3 out, so I would assume that
Yeah.
they just need 3. But
The brutes... 7? That's probably enough for them. Yeah.
that'll get in. Yeah.
So that's like 4. So we have 3 more. So that's 5. So they have 2 more. This guy had a little bit more move. I'm sure that's fine. And these guys are going to kind of take up the backspace here. They're not going to be fighting this turn. This guy's not in cohesion, so he's got to come back. Yep, that'll do. Okay, and then I think that's it. I don't think there's any more charges. Okay, so oh no, the Maw Crusher charges too.
Oh yeah,
10 inches.
that's gotta be in. What's going on with his base?
I don't know, but he's gonna snug himself up against those two.
Yeah, he's in there.
Warp lightning cannons or whatever.
Yeah, his base is acting crazy. I don't know what's going on with that.
The Gore Grunt has also got +1. Oh no, never mind. The Ardvoids get +1. Okay, so then 3 pigs. My Gore Grunt to charge. So 3 pigs piled in over here with the red. Just want to 2 up. It's a mortal. So 3 mortals to the red clan rats.
Oh yeah.
And then on the other side, the blue ones, 2 ups again. So it's going to be 1 mortal into the plague sensors.
Okay.
Cool.
They have a 6-up ward, so don't make that. This one little dude's gonna die.
So can I stomp a warp lightning cannon? You just can't stomp monsters, right?
I think you can stomp monsters, can't you?
I don't think you can. I think there's a clause in them. Let's see.
Yeah, it's not a monster for stomp, but yeah, you can do it to everybody else.
So I'm gonna stomp the 5 out of 8 warp lightning cannon.
Okay.
So on a 2 up.
Yep.
Nope.
All right.
That's it for me for monstrous actions, and you have none, right?
Correct. I don't have any monsters in my list.
Okay, so combat. I think I'm gonna start with my. Okay, so sorry, I had 4 units successfully charged this turn.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 Wagh points. Puts me to 17, which is 1 shy of a... No, it's 16 that I need. So +1 to hit. So everything gets all at attack right now.
Yep.
Army-wide. And so I'm going to start with, this unit over here. So
Okay.
they have +1 damage from Violent Fury. So there's 2 pigs alive.
The sensor bearers are going to be -1 to wound.
Okay, that's cool. It's gonna hurt me. It's gonna hurt me a little bit there. So I'm gonna
You'll
start.
probably still kill them all.
Yeah, well, we'll find out. I'm kind of hoping I can. So we'll start with tusks and hooves. So there's 8. 4 times 2 is 8. Let's see. With the +1 to hit. So you said -1 to wound, right? So with +1 to hit, I need 2s.
Yep.
It's not bad. And then with -1 to wound, I need 4s. So 3 saves at 0 rend.
Okay, these will be 6s because they have shit saves.
Oh god. Yeah, see that. That's
Yeah.
1. All right. So that'll be 2 damage apiece, so 4 damage total.
Yep, and I have a 6-up ward from Bless. I'll make none of those, so 2 will die.
Okay, and then the Jagged Gore Hackers, 3 times 2 is 6, +1 is 7 dice. +1 for the champion. So with I get 2s to hit. Oh, that's twice in a row I had a very even distribution. And then with -1 to wound, I need 4s. Gross. So 2 saves at 2 rend. No
okay,
saves,
so
right?
yeah, that'll go straight through.
So it'll be another 4 damage.
All right, 6-up ward. I make 1 of those, so 1 guy's left alive with 1 wound.
Okay, your turn.
I mean, where do I want to activate first? maybe just get something out of the red clan rats before they completely disappear. I'm not going to get very much out of them though. Oh wait, I completely forgot to do Unleash Shell.
Oh, you should. You should definitely do
Yeah.
that right now. Yep.
Yeah. I was like, wait, why are my warp lightning cannons engaged? Yeah, so Unleash Shell and then also the Grand Battery free Unleash Shell, so both cannons will shoot. They're both going to overcharge because why not? The first cannon's power level will be 4. So this will be 12 dice, 4 ups mortals, 1's d3 to myself. All right, so you're going to take 7, and then I'm going to take 3 d3. 7. Sheesh. And then the next cannon will shoot. Power level 2. Oh no. So you're going to take 10.
Yikes.
And I'm going to take 3. So this cannon's down to 2 as well. So I have a cannon on 2 and a cannon on 1. Jesus. Alright. Well, I feel like I should actually try to kill you with a warp lightning cannon.
1 wound.
Yeah, you have 1 wound. Can I do
Yep.
1 damage with a warp lightning cannon in melee? There's no way, right? D6 attacks with the teeth and knives. I'm gonna activate with the one that has 1 wound left.
And you're gonna hit my Maw Crusher?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna all out defense him
Guess we'll try.
and the pigs.
Okay. Oh, because he gets the double, right?
Triple, but yes.
Oh yeah, the triple. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So D6 attacks with teeth and knives from the one with 1 wound. Is that the red cannon? Yeah, the red cannon. 3 attacks. 4s and 4s. Oh, we got 2 hits. All right. 2 wounds, no rend.
So that's 2 ups. Save them
Okay.
both.
Yeah.
My turn?
Yeah.
It's like do I go with the mega boss and try to? Are your clan rats? These plague monks aren't going to be able to get him, right? To attack him.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna go with the brutes. I think.
Okay. You want me to just pick these guys up after you pile in, or what? Because they're not gonna live.
That's your choice if you'd like to. I'm not. I would
mean,
never
yeah,
stop an opponent from lifting up their units.
Like, I'm not gonna make you roll dice against 18 clan rats with reinforced brutes. I'm dead. So.
Oops, that's too far of a pile in. There's 1 left.
Oh, okay.
Wah! I'm gonna, I don't know, stay off of the objective, I think. No, I'll just tow on for a couple of them. Are you within range there?
With that pig, yeah. I don't know if that was intentional or not, though. If you want it to be out, that's
Yep,
fine.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
So I could fight with these clan rats. I could try to kill you with the other warp lightning cannon, which would be hilarious.
Because those pigs fought.
Oh yeah, the pigs already fought, so there's no
They fought
reason to try to do
first.
that yet.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I'll try to kill the Maw Crusher with the other cannon. Let's try
Yeah,
it.
let's do
D6, D6 attacks with the teeth and knives. That's 1 attack. 4s. All right, I miss.
All right.
You're up.
Okay, so the Mega Boss on Maw Crusher is gonna ruin your day.
Yeah.
Let's see, Mega Boss on Maw Crusher. Question is, do I 2 damage in 1? Let's see. No, I don't need to do that. Okay, so I'll start. The boss chop on Rip Two Fists is going to go into the one that has. Doesn't matter, 2, I guess.
Sure.
So then I need 2s. Any effects to my wound?
Nope.
What the fuck just happened?
I don't know what happened.
I didn't roll enough dice. Or did I? Hold on. I think I'm just high. So, do you see my last 5 rolls? Do you see that as well? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I only rolled 5. I didn't roll 7. Nope.
Yeah, looks like it.
Or was that the one I just did? Let's see.
A 1,
3.
2, a 2, 2 4s, and a 6. I think that's the one that you just rolled. Yeah.
No, this is the one. I did roll 7, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successful. I don't know. I'm just high, like I said.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no way that I was rolling. No, I was rolling 7 dice in other ways. Whatever. I don't fucking care. Just give me 5. That's what I had. So 3s is what I need because there's no effect on my to wound, right?
Right.
So 4 saves at 1 rend.
Okay, these will be 5s. I'll make 2 of those.
So you take 2 damage. No, you take 4 damage. Sorry.
Yep. So that's going to be a dead cannon.
Yeah, and then the other one is the Mighty Fist and Tail, so I'm really injured. So I have 17, so it's 5 attacks.
I'm going to all-out defense, I think. Does this have a lot of rend?
This has 2 rend.
2 rend? Yeah, I'll all-out defense.
Okay, I need 2s. And then I need 3s. So 4 saves, or sorry, 3 saves at 2 rend.
Okay, 5s. Made 1.
So they're
but
3
it's
they're
not
3
enough.
apiece. Yeah. So
Yeah.
he has his strength from victory. So I think he only gets +1. I don't think he's going to get... At the end of the combat phase, if any models were slain by wounds caused by this, add 1 of the wounds characteristic.
Yeah.
So it's just like 1 per phase, not 1
Yeah.
per whatever. Okay, your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm out there. I mean, I'll pile in with this 1 plague sensor bearer and I'll fight. So he has +1 attack. I believe that his base attacks are... Oh, he has 3 on his war scroll, +1. Oh, wow. Okay, so he has 4 attacks. These are going to be 3s. And 2s, because I'm wholly within 18 inches of a unit of plague monks. Roll 2 1s anyway. That'll be 1 save at -1 into
So
the pigs.
that puts me back to 4s. I'll fail.
Yep. 2 damage.
Okay.
I think it's only my activations left, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pile in these clan rats.
Yep.
Go ahead and pull these chips off because they're in the way and they're gonna be gone when it's my turn. All right, there are no clan rats missing, so this is going to be 21 attacks. Fours and 4s into the pigs. Six saves with no rend.
So with all out attack, that puts me at 3s. Or sorry, all out defense puts me at 3s.
Yep.
So I'll fail
They're 1
2.
damage.
So I'll take 2 damage. It's enough to kill another pig, though.
1 more pig. That's everybody, I think. Yeah, that's all the party people.
Okay. So let's see. So then just... I have I have 1 unit that's ending within combat, so I get 1 more wall point.
Yep.
And I control 1, I control 2, I control more, and I got my battle tactic.
Yep.
And I have a battle shock to do. I have a pig. So I think I'm fine, but I'll just double check. There's no way they have a bravery of 4. No, they're bravery 6. They're fine.
Okay, and then you siphon those 4.
Yep, so I lose all of them now, right?
Yeah, you just can't control them for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I can only control yours for the rest of the game.
Yep, these 2 are the only 2 you can
So
control.
I feel like you have to not deploy on objectives in this battle if you're playing aggressively. Yeah. Like if you know that you're going to try to move across the map.
You want to leave them for like turn 4.
Yeah, because yours are about to also turn off, but at least you have space forward to go.
Yeah, but now I can start moving forward. Like now I can come out of the gnaw hole back here.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can start taking yours. I think that's what I have to do. Yeah. But I did just lose a lot of material, so like I need to clap back pretty hard here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I have to take a battle shock test for that plague sensor bearer as well. He runs away. Yeah, I took some pretty big losses here. Okay, so my battle tactic is gonna be I think it has to be magical mayhem. I have to kill a unit with magic. That's what it's going to be.
Okay.
So generate command points. 1 for me, because my general's still alive, and then primal dice. I will not get us 1.
I will get us 1.
Cool. And then battalion.
I get my battalion as well.
I get 1. You do, right?
Yep.
You still have 2 wizards alive? No, your general's dead.
Yep.
So you can't get extra dice anymore.
Correct. It's another reason why I was considering a war duck.
Yeah, having an extra wizard in there makes it really nice. Okay, so then prayers, I think, is what I want to do first.
I'm just going to go get a drink. I'll be back in a minute.
Sure. I think I'll do the same. Okay. I think I want to start with prayers. Okay, so this guy, closest enemy is going to be here. Okay, so no matter what, Great Plague's going on Gruntus. Right. Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Okay. The first thing I'm gonna do for prayers is I'm gonna go for. Oh wait, no, we need to do heroic actions as well.
Yep.
I'll go for a command point. I will not get it.
I'm gonna think about this. I'm going to try to heal my Mega Boss, and I will not.
Damn. Prayers. I'm gonna go for heal first. Okay, I'm gonna get that on an. I believe that's an 8. No, it's a 7. But still, that's gonna be a great plague. So I'm gonna get. I'll do the heal effect first on my general. He's gonna heal a wound. That's nice. And then the Great Plague goes off, so I pick an effect to put on the nearest enemy unit. That effect is probably going to be the Bubonic Blight Plague, but maybe there's a different one that I want. I don't think so, though. Let's see. Bubonic, the Undulant Scourge is bad, the Red Maw Plague is bad. Well, the Red Maw Plague, I could choose the nearest enemy hero, but there are none that are good. Yep, we're going to go for the Bubonic Blight Plague. So this unit of Gore-Gruntas is going to take 2d6 mortal wounds. It won't be able to kill them, so it won't carry over. But they're going to take 8. If it finished off the unit, it would have passed off d6 mortal wounds to the nearest unit. And then if that unit died, it would pass off d3, etc. Okay, so Great Plague gone off. Got my heal. I'm going to go for guidance. 2, I am in range of the hole. Yep. And then the other 2 priests, so that's going to go off. I'll get a command point. And then I'm going to go for Rabid Rabbit on the other priest. He's going to re-roll this with the Never Plague. That'll go off. So he's going to give +1 attack to this unit of Plague Monks. Now I'm going to go to Magic. So the Death Frenzy Gracier, the one who's not my general, is going to... He's going to go for Death Frenzy, wouldn't you know it? I'll get it with an 8.
So, how many primal dice do you have?
4.
And which one is this? The one in the front?
Yeah, the one in the front.
And where's the one in the back? There he is.
Yep, right there.
Okay, so the Wargog's going to throw an Unbind at him.
Okay.
And fail.
All right. The Death Frenzy. That's going to be Fight on Death. I'm going to go give that to these pink dudes. So they're fighting on death. His second spell is going to be the Horrorghast. He'll use his 3d6 cast for this.
Okay.
Okay, he'll get that with a 10.
I'm going to let that one ride.
Okay, Horrorghast, set up within 12. Probably be like here-ish. 12 inches is going to be out like here. So, like that. All right, and then the general is going to go... He has +1 spell. You know what? Let's try the Warp Lightning Vortex first. A 7. I'll throw a Primal die at this.
And who's casting this?
My general.
Okay.
So I get that with a 10.
I'm going to try to unbind you.
Or an 11, I'm sorry.
Okay, throwing Primal dice at it. More primal dice. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
More primal dice? There we go.
Okay.
So that's
Warp
enough.
Lightning Vortex done.
Yeah, and then it's
But-
D6 damage. So 3.
Okay. He will attempt to pass off on a 3+. He'll pass off 2 of those, so 1 Plague Sensor will die. And then he'll take 1. That was all of your primal dice, right?
Correct.
Okay. So he has 2 casts left. He's going to start with Wither, which is his War Scroll spell. So, he already went for the Warp Lightning Vortex. You just unbound that. He has Wither. He could go for Mystic Shield. Do I care about Hoarfrost? Actually, Hoarfrost could be kind of lit. Hoarfrost or Wither? Wither is going to be D3 mortal wounds and -1 to hit to you. I don't think -1 to hit to you actually matters at all. I'm going to go for Hoarfrost. And I'm going to use his 3d6 cast. Remove the lowest for this. Okay, he'll get that.
Okay.
Are you out of Unbinds now?
Yes.
Okay. So this is going to target the Fight on Death Plague Sensor Bearers, the pink ones. They only have 1 weapon characteristic. Alright, so that's going to be a 1. They already have Rend 1, so they're going to be hitting on 1s now.
Good.
And then last cast is going to be Blizzard, obviously. Yeah. To the brutes. A 6. Let's start throwing primal dice. I have 3 of them left. So this will be 9, 11, 12. Yep. All right. That goes off. 2d6 mortal wounds to the brutes. That's going to be 17.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 1 more.
And that's all of his casting. And then the engineer has 1 cast. He is going to go for the Malevolent Maelstrom. He'll get that with a 6. Yep. That's good.
Well, I can't run a Maniac in this list because I don't own one.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Damn. It would be cool to run.
I think I'm still pretty happy with my list.
I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. This is a good one for the tournament.
I think so. I like that it's aggressive, so because it's decision fatigue,
Yeah.
right? It's like I can just be aggressive.
You can make your opponent make mistakes.
Yeah, just like throw pigs, and it's so nice coming from like Blink Cruel Boys into like
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this army does stuff, right?
And it doesn't die immediately when a breeze looks at it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's all the hero. So I'm gonna move now. All of my war machines are dead, so there's no point in File the Fulminator. Oh, I have to move Endless Spells as well. Well, I'd like to move this away from my own guys, I think. So, go ahead and do that. And then this one, can go ahead and tuck himself right in here, I think. Yeah, Clan Rat's dying will still be caught there. Perfect. Okay. Nobody's moving over here because I don't want any redeploying. The plague monks. Where am I sending them? Into the mock Russia? Sure. I don't want to give you a redeploy there either, though. Am I really just, like, moving nobody?
Yeah, it's like a 4 or a 5-inch charge for the plague monks. So
Yeah, they can make it fine. I think they're +1 to charge on their war scroll as well. Yeah, they are. So
you don't move?
I think I move basically nothing. Yeah.
Gnaw hole?
Yeah, I do want to do a null hole move for sure. I'm gonna have these 2 plague sensor bearers go through the null hole. Come out over here. Because they are no longer 3 or more models, so I can't pass off wounds to them. They've lost their utility. After losing that last model. I think that's legitimately it, though. Yeah. Alright, Plague Claw Catapult in the shooting phase. Yeah, I'm just going to go straight to shooting now. Plague Claw Catapult is going to go ahead and target the Gorgrunt. Yeah, the Gorgruntus. So I'll out-attack it. This will be 2s to hit. It hits. 2s to wound. Fails to wound again. Never fails to never fail. Alright, but they're going to be +2 to their battle shock tests. So that'll be good. And then charges. Go ahead and charge these plague monks. A7. That'll be in. Oh, no, that's your model, not my model. Okay. All right. And then the sensor bearers. I don't even think I need to charge over here. You lost enough and can't receive battle shock commands. I'm fine on death, though. Why not? I'll charge.
Yeah, just fight pigs.
Yeah, 9.
Right?
Yeah.
There's
Just
only
fight the pigs.
there's only 7 wounds worth of pigs there.
Yeah.
Right? So if you can kill the pigs, and then you can leave this to fight until later.
Yep, and
Right.
I can get onto the objective
and
this
you can-
turn, which
yeah.
I actually want to do.
So
Yeah.
you can do like mega boss, or you can kill the mega boss, right? Let the plague sensors, let some of them die.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Okay, yeah, that's the 2 charges. I don't have any monstrous rampages, so that's all you.
I am going to stomp your little plague rats.
Okay.
And that goes off on a 2.
Yep.
So it's D3 plus destructive bulk.
Yeah,
So
he gets a
it's-
better stomp, right?
It's +0. So it's
'Cause
just
he's
1
bracketed.
damage because he's bracketed.
Okay. Well, they'll still lose a guy. They
Okay.
have a rule where if they die, things happen. Icon of Entropy. If it includes any, each time a model in this unit is slayed by okay, it's an attack made by a melee weapon. So Stomp's not going to proc that. All right. Cool. I'm going to fight with them first.
Yep, I'm gonna all out defense him and the pigs, or the pig
Okay.
that's here.
Cool.
Look at that 18-inch range. Isn't that crazy?
It's so nice having him just be a totem that
Yep, I don't
can
see why.
hand out.
Yep, I know you
Yeah.
killed my weird knob, but most games my weird knob stays alive, and he's a great general.
He's awesome. Yeah. I think one thing that I really like about the Doom Wheel is that it has that insane movement characteristic where it can really reach out and touch back
Anything.
pieces. You know, like pieces that want to hide in the corner of a castle. You know, that's nice.
Yeah, like
Okay,
it, like
so
it did. Yeah, it's great.
they have 2-inch reach here, but not 3 because they're not full strength anymore. So this guy in the back, he's not going to be fighting, I don't think. But everybody else is. There are 2 guys
14?
who are dead.
I think I see 14 guys that can fight, or maybe less.
14.
Maybe 13. I'm not sure if this guy can fight here.
I know this guy this guy right here. It keeps snapping this line. Yeah, it's telling me it's 2, but I can't tell if that's because of how he's sitting. It looks like it's going to be this guy in, this guy in, this guy in. This guy would then be in, this guy out, this guy out. Okay, so 2 guys out. 2 guys dead. So there's 16 fighting, I think. They're going to have +1 attack on the charge, +1 attack from the prayer. So they're 4 attacks each. Bringer of the Word doesn't get extra attacks. So no extra attacks for champion. So this will be 16 times 4. That'll be 64 attacks. Hitting on 3s. All of these 6s need to be rolled separately because they get resolved at rend -2.
I'll just lift the Mega Boss.
Okay.
He's got 2 wounds left, and the best he can
Yeah.
have is a 3-up save. So.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
I think. I think I fight with this pig.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Is he my champ? Nope. So it's gonna be. Oops. Jagged Gore Hackas. So I need 2s. Yup. And then I need 3s. 2 saves, 1 rend. 2 rend. 2 saves, 2 rend.
That's straight through.
Okay, so that'll be 4 damage total.
All right. I'm going to pull these 4 rats right here.
Okay, and then we got Tuscan Hooves. So I need 2s. Yuck. And then I need 3s. Gross. Ooh. 1 save at 0 rend.
Okay, 5 up. I make that.
That's it.
Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll pile in and fight with the sensor bearers, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be their 3 attack space, +1 on the charge, but they didn't get a prayer, so they're 4 attacks each. I don't believe they get extra for the champion. They don't even have a champion. Let's go. They're just rats. Alright, 20 attacks. These will be hitting on 2s because of Hoarfrost.
Nice.
And wounding on 2s because Plague Monks are nearby. Or are they nearby enough? Actually, it might be 3s. Let's see. I'm pretty far away now. Nope. Too far away. So it'll be 3s. 13 saves at -1.
Fives.
2 damage apiece.
Bye, pigs.
Yep, that's it.
These
Well,
clan rats fight.
these rats fight. Yeah. Come forward. Shift them sideways. This guy will go in instead. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is this guy more than 2 inches? No, he's not. Okay, he's 2 inches. These guys on the end, there's no way they're fighting. Yeah, that guy right here, he's out. So there are 4 dead guys, 1 guy out. It's going to be 16 attacks. 4s and 4s. 4s and 4s. 5 saves, no rend.
That's on a pig, right?
On a pig.
So that's 4 ups. No, that's 3s for this one. I'll save them
Didn't
all
matter.
anyway.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's it though.
So that's the end of combat.
Yep.
So we end combat with 1 unit of Mind Within that's fighting for 1 wall point.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I have 1 battle shock to do on a pig. I just don't need a 6. I'm fine.
The brutes as well.
Oh yeah, no, they just leave, right?
Yeah, they're just gonna flee because they're gonna add D3 to the models that run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't use Inspiring Presence, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right. It's gonna be they're all running.
Yep.
Yep.
I have a battle shock to do on clan rats. I think I'm gonna auto pass it because
Smart.
yeah,
Sounds good.
and then I'm gonna regenerate D3 of them, so 3 will come back.
Nice. So you control 1, 2 more?
Um,
Because right now I think I control 0 objectives.
you. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you
Or-
don't control any of mine. Yeah.
Or do I control them? I just can't score on them.
Let me see
Let's
how they worded
how
it.
they worded this.
Yeah.
For the rest of the battle, the player cannot control that objective, so I don't control it because I can't
Yeah.
control it. So right now
Right.
I control 0. So you control 1, 2, and more.
Yep.
That's so interesting. This map, I kind of like this battle plan.
It's kinda crazy, but I
think
do
it's
like it.
interesting. I think it's just interesting. I think that for my list anyway, my strategy is going to be not control my own objectives for turn 1.
Right. I think that's
Right.
a strong strat.
And if my opponent lets me go first, or sorry, if my opponent lets me go first, I just take the 2 middle, right? And now I control 1, 2, and then maybe I control 1 of my own for more.
Yeah,
Maybe, but maybe I also don't, right?
that makes sense.
Yeah, so I think I just would deploy somewhere here in the middle.
Yeah, staying between
Yeah,
in that
and
central
just,
alley.
just everything in a big castle. Maybe
Yeah.
Gobsprak off on the side somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, even putting
Right.
the brutes like where you did
Yeah.
here,
The
I
thing-
think would be
yeah.
good in a lot.
The thing
a lot
about the
of times.
brutes is that they don't need support to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They don't need support to be good. The pigs need Violent Fury. They need that 2 damage. Right?
For sure.
But
Yeah.
brutes
Yeah, they
have some 2 damage attacks. They have some good rend attacks. They have a high volume of attacks. Like they're better on their own, I feel. So
They can get a lot done on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
even so, cool. So is that priority roll then?
It is. Yeah.
Okay, tie goes to me.
Yep.
2.
A 1.
Now the real question is there anything I can do to win?
I'm not sure.
I can score a battle tactic.
Yeah.
But there's 4 objectives on the map that are turned off for me.
Yep. And the only 2 that are turned on are going to be really hard for you to get to now.
Yep. So let me see. I could Wurgog down a whole unit of clan rats.
Yep.
I can't control the objectives, but I can contest them from you.
Yes. Yeah. So you can stop me from holding them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if I can keep you sort of pinned in your own area.
Right, because mine just turned off for me as well. Right.
So as of right now, you control 0 objectives too. No, you control 1 objective.
I control this one.
Yeah, you control 1 objective. So I can't control. I could probably control 1. I will not control 2. And I will not control more. I can get 3 points. Yeah, I think I'll I don't know. Is it possible? I think we'll know at the end of my hero phase. How about that?
Probably, yeah.
So let's see. Let me just check this real quick. I think it's also going to depend if I can find a battle tactic.
Oh, true.
What am I looking at here? Nope, that's not going to happen. 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 Maybe that would... No, that's not going to happen. That would be for next turn. I mean, that one could, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Kill in the spell. Do you have any endless spells on the table? You do, right?
Yeah, I have 2.
And then which wizards are controlling them right now?
So the Warlock Engineer is controlling the Maelstrom, and then the Death Frenzy Gracier is controlling the Horror Gust.
Okay, so I'll pick that one.
Okay.
Well, I guess I don't even have to pick yet. I guess I should really look at my notes here. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going first, so I have 2 command points. I'm going to generate 3 Wagh points. This is round 3. Do I care? I don't. I don't care about that. So what do I choose here? I'm going to go with their finest hour. I'm going to put it on Gobsprack.
Okay.
Okay, no rallying. Unbind endless spells. I am not going to unbind any endless spells. The Wargog Prophet is going to stare at this unit of clan rats.
Okay.
So first one's free. I'll get it anyway. So D3 to you. So 3. 3 to the clan rats.
Okay. Then taking 3 so far.
Do it
they
again.
Are...
Success. Another 3 to the clan rats.
You got to hit 19. That's the number you're going for to get them dead.
How many got 6 so far?
Yep, 6.
I'll do it again and be successful. And then another 3. Look at me.
Wow.
I'll do it again and be successful. So another 3. Wow, look at me.
Jeez.
Do it again. Success. Okay. Another 3. Fuck me. Do it again. Success. Another 3.
Another 3.
Wow. Do it again. Success.
And one more.
1.
That kills him. That's 19. 6 3s and a 1.
Fucking
That'll
Wargog! So good.
They're stared off.
You forgot one.
Yep.
Can't let you forget that.
I had to pick that one up.
Okay, generate primal dice. So,
Also, the Malevolent Maelstrom just saw so many models die that it will explode at the end of this phase.
right. Okay. But I'll get a primal die for both of us. And how about you?
Okay. Cool. I will. Let's see. I will also get us one.
Okay, and then do you
my
get
battalion.
your own?
I do.
Okay, you also have to pick your optimal focus because you're going second again.
Yep, that's gonna be my general.
Okay, Violent Fury's going out. Gobsprack is going to start by casting some spells here. Sneaky Miasma to start. With a with a 6. Hold on, let me
Okay.
think. Let me think for a sec.
Sure.
Yeah, with a 6.
Okay. I'm gonna try to unbind.
Okay.
I'll get that with a 9.
Okay, and then second spell is going to be. What should my second spell be? What should my second spell be? I don't think I'm within range for really anything else. No, I am. What's the Plague Sensor Bears? What's their save?
6 up.
Choking Mist.
Okay.
With an 8. 9 with a 9.
I mean, I'll try. I get an 8.
Okay.
I'll throw a primal die at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll dispel that with a 12.
Okay. Done. So then that's all for my spells. And I don't think I need any kind of... Maybe I do, actually. How far away is this?
12 inches.
No, that's probably fine. So Violent Furies are going to go out, one to the pig, one to the Ardboys.
Cool.
And so that's it. So then move. The Ardboys are going to move 4 inches this way.
Yep. I'm gonna redeploy, I think. I think this is where I want to redeploy. Because Skopsprak's probably just gonna fuck me up anyway if he wants to. He has a 14.
Yeah,
and
but
then-
I'm up high, so I have to spend movement coming down.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's not going to be a ton of movement, but it's going to be something. I figured it was
It's
going to be about
something.
2 inches. Right, because you draw a
Yeah,
straight
that sounds
line,
right.
right? So
Yeah, that sounds right. I think he's only about 2 inches up right now. Yeah, I think I'll redeploy the sensor bearers because that matters. Question mark. No, it doesn't. No, I'm gonna. If you make a charge with those Ardboys, you make it. Fuck it.
okay.
I'm gonna hold on to that.
A bunch of stuff in the middle is going to run, so we're going to start with the red War Chanter.
Yep.
So he's going to go 6 inches. He's just going to run this way. We're going to do the second War Chanter, so he can move further, but he's not. He's just going to kind of snug up here.
Yep.
And then the Wurgog is going to move just to here.
Oh, this does have to explode though.
Okay, blow it up.
From Hero Phase.
Okay.
Okay, so War Chanter D3, 2, the furthest one. Blue War Chanter, 2.
Okay.
Wurgog flat 3.
Yep, 4 upward though.
Yep.
I'll save all of them.
Makes them all. Pig. He takes 1.
Okay.
Ardboys are going to take 2.
6 upward.
Yep.
I'll save 1.
Nice. And then it's gone.
Okay, I also forgot to do my fix and beat. Is it not in my notes? It is.
True. So you can heal one of those War
Yeah,
Chanters.
I'll heal. It'll happen. So I'll heal D3 on something. I'll heal 1 on something.
Cool.
Probably the fix and beat one.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. So more moves. So that's all good and fine. Oh, the pig's fine where he is, I think. Oh yeah, right. So Gobspark's gonna move. So we'll say 10.
Cool.
Yeah, just out 3.
Yeah. So I could only redeploy those guys. Yeah, I mean, I'll redeploy them. I think that's going to be a better redeploy. 3 inches? Yeah, that's good. So what I want to do is I want to make it, like, really hard. for you to complete a charge move that touches my heroes. These guys can die. Nobody cares about them. Yeah, that looks like it'll be really fucking annoying. Alright.
Okay, charge phase. I'll start with the Ard Boys down in the left. So they get +1 to charge from the banner, and they get +1 to charge from the from like my Wagh points or whatever.
Yep.
Not that it matters. I'll get them.
So they're +2.
Yeah, they're +2, so that's 13-inch charge.
Yep. They're super in.
Just falling all over the place. Come on, guys. You're making me look bad here. So I didn't measure, but they're also going to pile in. It's like a ridiculous amount of...
Yeah, they have a ton of movement. They get to be wherever they want.
Gobby's going to charge... Ooh, look at that.
He's going to get a 13 as well.
12.
Wow. Oh, yeah, 12.
Just
he doesn't have
+1.
the War Scroll +1. He just has the Wagh. Yeah, I mean, if he gets a 12, he gets a 12, you know? It'd be like that.
I'm going to just check
Yeah.
one thing.
So that'll engage my general as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good for me. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, if you roll a 12, sometimes you just fucking roll a 12. Like,
You roll a 12, you're just getting in there. Yeah,
This is
that's
how it goes.
is.
Oops. Shit. Gorgrunta is going to charge, so he
Sure.
gets +1. So 6. Gonna make sure I'm staying out of 3 of your Plague Monks. I'm not sure if I can I?
I don't know if it's possible for you to end within half. You'll be within 2.3 of this guy no matter what, basically.
Well, I'm not fucking charging that. Go back there. Okay, and that's it, I think, for charges.
Yeah, think so. Monsters.
Monster. Gobby's gonna stomp. He's gonna stomp the little Gracier right in front of him. So 2 up, D3.
Yep.
Yep, 2 up, D3 mortals, 3.
All right. He doesn't have a pass off, so because there's nobody hanging out, so he's just gonna take those.
So then combat phase.
Yep. Now remember, Skaven has the rule where if my foot heroes are in combat, they can retreat instead of fighting.
Yep.
So if you want to kill somebody, you want to do it now.
Yep, I'm gonna pile in Gobsprak.
Yep.
I guess the +1 wound doesn't really matter. Yeah, and he's gonna fight first. Gobsprak, the mouth of Mork. So I don't feel like you have any tricks. So the Bogart
I mean, I'm -1 to
staff-
hit.
Okay, the Bogart staff and the Stinger are both going into the Death Frenzy Gracier, and the Beak and Flesh... Oh, wait, hold on. The Stinger is definitely going into the Gracier.
Okay.
The Stinger and the backup Staba are going into the Death Frenzy Gracier, and everything else is going into your general.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the worst attack.
I'm gonna all out defense the general.
Okay, I'll attack the
all-
one that's not the general.
Yeah. And all of this is -1 to hit, like I said.
Okay, so I'll start with the backup Staba. So +1 to hit, -1 to hit puts me on force.
Yep.
Ooh, I'll Venom Encrusted Weapon.
Nice.
And then I wound on 3s.
Yep.
So 1 save at 0 rend.
This is the Death Frenzy guy, right?
Yeah, Death Frenzy.
Okay, so this will be a 5. Makes that.
Nice save. So
All
the
right.
back. So one
One mortal?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the next attack on him is the
Stinger.
Stinger. So it's a 2 up. So Venom
Wow, he
Encrusted.
gets the mortals.
So it'll be D6 mortals, so 2 mortals.
Yeah. He only had 1 wound, so he gone.
Yep. And then the other one is the... so we'll start with the Bogart Staff. So it's 2 attacks, and you said it's -1 to wound. No, -1 to hit.
-1 to hit. Yeah,
Okay,
Gray
so
Seers are -1 to hit.
-1 to hit, +1 to hit brings me back to 3s. So I will Venom Encrusted Weapon one of those, and it's a D3 damage. So that'll be 2 damage.
Okay, he's at 1.
Okay, and then the last one, Beacon, whatever. So +1 to hit, so what is it? It's 5 dice. And then +1 to hit, -1 to hit puts him at 4s.
Yep. You got him.
Yeah.
Venom Encrusted.
Yeah. So that happened.
Yep.
Your turn.
I'm going to go ahead and fight with these 2 Plague Sensor Bearers.
How much rend do they got?
-1.
All out defense. On the
Okay.
good boys.
They will have 3 attacks each. This is going to be 3s and 3s. Two at -1.
2 at -1, so that puts me back to 4s with all out defense. Nope, fail them both.
2 damage apiece.
Okay, so 6 up ward. Nope. So I'm going to lose one of my shield guys.
Both, right? They're 2 damage apiece.
Oh, 2 damage apiece. So then I'll roll 2 more ward saves. Nope, I'll lose both my shield guys.
Yep.
Okay, so then the Ard boys hit back. So it's going to be 369 +1 is 10 for the general or for the champion.
Yep.
So then we're at +1/+1, so 3s to hit, 2s to wound, 5 saves, 0 rend.
This will be 6s. You make 2.
So you'll take, so they're 2 damage each, so it's 6 damage total.
Okay. There's 2 wounds apiece here, so they're just dead. And then I'm gonna... I'm not close enough to pile in here, right? No, you piled out. All right, cool. I think that's all of it then, right?
That's all of it. So I control 1. Or is there any battle shock? I have a battle shock to make.
You lost 2 dudes. Is that enough? You can roll a 6, right?
Yeah, I'll just roll for their battle shock. 5.
They're fine.
So that's 7. Well, they're not going to be. Hold on a sec.
Oh.
So I'm going to lose 2.
Oh, okay.
Their bravery's 5.
Oh, wow. All right. Well done.
That's okay, though. I just need 1 alive. I'll keep the command point. And I don't end in combat with you anywhere, so...
Nope.
Okay.
So you'll control
1. And
not more, because I have 1 over here.
Right, just 1. And then my battle tactic was... I can't even remember.
It was the one where you have to kill a unit bound to an endless spell, right?
And did I?
Yeah, the Death Frenzy Gracier.
So
was bound to Horror Gas.
So I scored and control 1.
Yep.
And the endless spell's gone, right?
It's wild.
Okay.
So it still has to be dispelled, but the player whose turn is taking place moves wild endless spells first. So I'll move it in my hero phase. You'll move it in your hero phase.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. All right. So then it'll be my turn. Let's see. What am I doing for a battle tactic this turn? I'm thinking we did Mayhem. We did Crescendo.
Gobsprak is good.
Gobsprak is good.
It's nice at the end of a game he can just zoom out at 14-inch move.
Yeah.
And just like be somewhere that he needs to be. Like this was an amazingly perfect use of Gobsprak, I feel. Like
that was right. Yeah.
Super lucky with the long charge, but I was also trying to get a sneaky miasma to get in there too.
Yeah.
Good old Gobby.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is my battle tactic is gonna be reprisal.
Sounds fair.
I'm gonna kill that Gobsprak right there. I'm gonna go ahead and go to other heroic actions or hero phase stuff. Primal dice. I'll get us one.
Primal dice. I will also get us one.
All right. No battalion for either of us left anymore. You killed both my Grey Seers, so the engineer's the only one left in it. Heroic action. I'm gonna. I could use a command point. I'll get that.
I could also use a command point, and I won't.
All right, prayers. I'm gonna go for heal first. I'm gonna get that. It's gonna be a great plague as well. I'll roll the heal first. 1 wound on this priest. The great plague is gonna be. I think it's gonna be the one that just does 1 per turn. Because it has to be the nearest unit. The nearest unit for the heal priest is Gobsbrack. And Undulant Scourge would be bad. Red Maw Plague. So if at the start of the combat phase, if the infected hero is within 3 inches of any other units in your opponent's army and is not within 3 inches of any units in your army, then you can treat it as a friendly unit. Yeah, that's never going to happen anymore. Yeah, we're just going to go for the Crimson Wheel Curse. So Gobsprack takes 1 mortal wound right now. And then at the beginning, at the start of each turn, the infected unit and each other enemy unit within 1 inch will suffer a mortal wound. So at the beginning of each turn, he's going to take another one. We'll just keep ticking down. All right, Guidance Priest is going to go for Guidance. And he's going to get that. And then the Rabid Priest is going to go for Rabid and try to put it on the Sensor Bearers. He'll get that as well. +1 attack. I only have 1 wizard remaining. He has 1 cast because he was not my optimal focus. That cast is going to be the Warp Lightning Vortex.
Oh, never mind. Carry on.
Okay. I'm going to throw Primal Dice at this. It's my only cast. Do I think that you can get more than a 19 on your unbound dice? I have 1 Primal die left.
How many did you start with?
4.
So I also have 4.
Yeah. I have 1 left. Rolling it could be risky. It could also be glorious. I'm here to roll dice. All right. So that's going to be a 22.
And you just have the 1 spell?
Yep.
Okay.
It's all on this. Can you roll 4 primal dice and 2 unbind dice and beat 22?
$16.
22.
22. So I will unbind it.
Yep. That's 6. A lot of 6s.
Yep.
All right.
D6 mortals. 4.
4. He is not Master Clan, so he cannot pass those off. He has 1 wound remaining. All right. Then we're going to go to the movement phase.
Yep.
Endless spells will move, so this is going to go ahead and drift over here. Actually, it's going to go here so that you can't make it relevant to things that I'm doing. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. All right. Movement is these sensor bearers and these plague priests sitting completely still. This warlock engineer is gonna automatically run 6 inches. So he's gonna go 12. He's gonna go this way. These plague monks are just, I mean, they're going to come forward a little bit, be within 3.
Okay, I'm thinking about a redeploy.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm gonna redeploy the Wagh 3 inches back.
Okay. And then, do I want to just shoot the catapult at Gobsprack? Might be extra free damage on him that I kind of need, but I don't know if I actually need it. That's the thing. He's got already... I know how bad Gobsprack is defensively. He's got a shit save. Like, Plague Sensor Bearers will kill him. I'm going to shoot the catapult at the...
Fix and beat.
Yeah, at the fix and beat. 3s to hit. It's the bottom of the turn. I have a free command point. We're all out attacking. Okay. 2s and 2s. Hits. It wounds. -2.
Okay. So I think I need a 6. Nope.
Yep.
No, I won't get it.
D6 damage for 5.
Yep.
Splat. Warlock Engineer ran. He does technically have a pistol, but he ran. So that's all the shooting, and then we're going to go to charges. We'll go ahead and roll up those sensor bearers first. Ooh, that's an 8. Yeah, let's go on like this side right here. That's cool. Not charging the priests in, because I think that would be kind of dumb. And then the plague monks. Big charge. 10 plus 1. Ooh, they might make it. They won't quite be able to get there with the charge move, but they'll be able to end wrapped around the Gorgrunta. Can move like this. And then these ones. 7. This. And these ones will be here. Perfect. Yeah, that's all of it.
So here's a question. If we were playing in a tournament, let's just say that right now they called time, what would happen?
Yeah. I actually don't know. I think that if they called time right now, I think that they would... Because each player in a tournament, like, there is collective time, but I know at least for 40K this is the case. Like, each player kind of has time. Because I know there have been games that are kind of controversial that I've heard people talk about before, where, like, one player runs out of time and keeps asking to use the other player's time to roll dice and stuff. And I think that when that happens, the only thing you're allowed to do is take saves. You're not allowed to, like, move your models or anything. But I don't know, because, like, would we talk out the rest of the game, or would they just stop it here and say whatever the current score is what happened? I'm not sure.
I'm going to ask my tournament organizer.
Yeah, that's something I'm super unfamiliar with.
Yep. Just gonna ask my TO. So let's carry on. I'm just generally curious, right? Like, what happens?
Yeah. Like, how does that work? Yeah. I'm gonna fight Gobsprack first because Plague Sensor Bearers are fragile, and I don't want them to die. So they're gonna get all out attacked. Oh, you want to like do a stomp or something, like a monster action, or a roar?
I want to roar.
Okay. 3+.
Yep.
Yep, they're roared, so there will be no all-out attacking here. So this is just going to be their +1 attack on the charge, +1 attack from the prayer. That's going to be 5 attacks per model, so this will be 25 attacks. Threes and threes. So many ones and twos.
So many ones and twos.
Crazy. Okay, 7 saves at -1.
So those are 6s. Yep. 1 save.
2 damage apiece.
Okay. So 6 upward.
Yep.
Look at that.
Wow.
So he'll take 7.
He'll take 7. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I've never seen his ward.
That's fucking insane, dude. That's
silly.
I rolled 14 1s and 2s to hit.
Yeah.
He should have been dead.
He should have been dead.
I mean, but dice game happens.
Dice game.
You know. So, maybe I should have charged the Plague Priest in. I don't think it would have made a difference, but
okay, my turn?
Yeah. Yeah, your activation.
Gordrunta's gonna go next.
Cool. He got that +1 damage on him.
He's got that +1 damage on him. So let's start with tusks and hooves.
He got that dog in.
So what do I need? So there's no. Are you modifying my stats at all here?
With Plague Monks, no.
Okay, so I'm on 2s and 2s. So 2s again. Jeez. Okay, so 2 saves at 0 rend.
Okay, these will be 6s. I will make neither.
So it'll be 4 damage total.
Okay. Let me take a look at their what happens when they die roll real quick.
Okay.
On a 6, pick an enemy unit within 3 inches and suffers mortal. Okay.
Yeah, Jesus. Pigs are good. Do I suffer any wounds or anything?
4 so far. I'll have to pull them all when when you're like done with your attacks.
Okay, so here's the next one. So I need 2s. What's with these ones? And then 2s again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 2 saves at 2 rend.
Okay, no save.
So it'll be 4 damage again total.
Okay, so that'll be another 4 guys. So this is going to be 8 dudes. So I roll 8 dice for each 6 up. A unit within 3 inches of the dead model takes a mortal wound. 1 mortal to Mr. Pig.
Okay. Good.
All right, they're going to fight then. Yep.
On the Wurgog.
Oh, yeah.
How much rend do they have?
None, but if they get 6s to hit, they get to be Ren 2.
Okay, so I'll use my last command point for an all-out defense on him.
Okay. And then these guys can slide sideways. Oh no, they're dead.
They're dead.
Those are dead models. Yeah. What if I was like, oh, I have to end in coherency. Those guys are dead. Okay. This will be, I believe that's exactly 10 dudes left then, right? Yeah. So they'll have 2-inch reach, because there's still 10 of them. This guy in the back can't fight, but everybody else can. So 9 guys fighting. This is going to be 27 attacks.
So my TO just said that score the turn as it is. So
Okay.
it would be like okay, so then it would be like time, and then we stop, and then it's like, do you control one? Do you control more? Did you get your battle tactic?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
We would score the turn, and then that would be that.
And then the game would be over. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. I can all out attack here, so I'm going to do that. This is going to be 2s to hit, 6s are Ren 2. Roll those separate. And then this is going to be 4s to wound.
My poor dog. She knows that she gets her medicine at a tree, and she's bugging me.
1 save at -2 and 10 saves at no rend.
Okay, so with the 1 save at -2, I need a 6, and I don't get it. So how much damage is that?
It's all 1 damage.
Okay, so I'll just put that off to the side. And then you said how many? 10?
10 at no rend, yeah.
So 10 at no rend means I'm on a 4-up. Okay, so I'll save a whole bunch of those. And then, so I'm taking 5, and then it's a 4-up ward. So I'll take 2 damage.
Yep.
That is not great. Okay. Wurgog fights back, I guess?
Yep.
So Wurgog's staff, 3 dice. 3s.
Yep.
And then 2s. 1 save, 1 rend.
No save.
So D3 damage. 2 damage.
Okay, I'll pull this guy, and then I'll roll 2 dice, and if I get any 6s, you'll take a mortal.
Okay.
I did not.
Okay, and then Fanged Maw. So 3s. Yep. And then 2s. Yep. No rend, 1 save.
Okay, this will be a 6. I don't make that.
1 damage.
Alright, let's see if the guy deals a mortal wound to you. He does not.
Okay.
Yeah, go to that guy. Alright, you want to fight with Gobsprak? That's the only fight left.
Gobsprak does definitely want to fight. Okay, Bogart staff. Start from the top. So 2s to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then 2s to wound. 1 save.
-1 to wound.
Okay, so it's -1 to wound for all of his attacks, right?
For everything.
Okay, so then I'm just back to profile. So it'll be 1 save at 1 rend.
Okay. No save then, because
Okay,
no rend.
so then D3 damage.
6 up.
3 damage.
3. Okay, that'll kill one guy.
Yep.
And
So Gobsprak has
one wound on
suffered
another.
8 wounds, looks like. So it'll be Beacon Flesh Tearing Talons. So it's 4 attacks, 3s with a 1 Venom Encrusted. And then it'll be 3s again to wound. Yep, 2 saves, 1 rend.
Okay, go through.
So 6 damage total.
Okay.
Stinger. 2s. Nope. And then backup Stabba. 2 attacks. 3s. Yep, and then 4s. Nope, none of those go through. That's it.
Alright, cool. So let's see. I can keep Gobsprak engaged, or I can keep the Wurgog engaged. Who do I want to stick around?
The
Plague
Wurgog
Monks-
is going to stare the shit out of you.
Oh, for sure, but like, he was gonna do that anyway.
You could also double turn me, right?
I could, yeah. I could. That's probably what I gotta go for here. So I'm gonna issue Inspiring Presence to... This is actually a tough call. Sensor Bearers could technically pass, actually. So maybe I issue it to the monks. Yeah, I'll issue it to the monks. Let's try to roll a 1 for sensor bearers. I don't. Unlucky.
Cool. So then you score.
Yep.
Control 1.
Yeah, so I control this one and this one. So 1, 2 more.
Not more. Just 1, 2.
Well, which 2 do you hold?
This one?
Oh, you do hold this one.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so
I
1, 2.
I towed a pig on it in my pile in.
Yep, so 1, 2.
What was your tactic?
Kill Gobsprack, remember?
Right.
And then I rolled 14 1s and 2s.
I remember.
Yeah.
It was a big moment for me.
Yeah. All right. So then we'd go to Prio. I got a 6.
Tie goes to me, right? Yep. Double turn me.
Yep. I'm definitely going to do that. At the start of this turn, Gobsprack takes a mortal wound from the Crimson Wheel Curse.
I get 1 more wall point for ending within.
Yep.
I had 1
True.
guy engaged.
Plague Monks, I think, have a hero phase thing when they're close to you as well. Yeah, in your hero phase, I can pick an enemy unit and roll a die and maybe deal mortal wounds to it. That's cool. Okay. Well, I have to pick a battle tactic, and it's probably gonna be... I have a lot of stuff inside my zone right now. But theoretically, I could do the battlefield edges one. Maybe. So I could get... close to the battlefield edges of this. Not close enough. Can't do Wed into the Maelstrom because the Plague Monks are already in combat. So I have 1 out. I have 6 in. 4 heroes and a catapult. Yeah. I'd need to get 4 or 3 out and keep 2 in. They could both make it out, though. Okay, I'm going to try to do Intimidate the Invaders. I think I can do that. I might need some good run rolls, but for one of my dudes, but I think otherwise I can do that. Yeah. Okay. Heroic action, go for command point. And I get it, because my general's dead.
I'm gonna heroic recovery my Wagh.
Sure.
Ugh! And fail.
That's high.
His bravery is actually, it's 8. His bravery is actually pretty good.
Yeah. It's good for an orc, that's for sure.
It's good for orc, and it's good for a unit that you want to heal with a nice 4-up ward.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I got us some primal dice.
Okay.
What about you?
Nope.
Okay, so we each have 1. That's all the beginning of hero phase stuff. So
Hold on one sec.
Sure.
I'm probably gonna rally This is the top of 3 or 4.
This is the top of 4.
So I'm the optimal focus, right?
Yep.
So I'll get a command point, and I'll give it to this guy. To
Okay.
this war chanter.
Sounds good.
Yes. Yeah, because I probably want to rally, but I don't know what. I mean, I could rally the Gore Gruntas. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I'll
it
rally
would-
the Gruntas.
Yep. 2 dice. Fishing for a 6. No fucking way. That's insane. What do you mean, dude? All right.
I don't even know what to say.
I've never seen that.
I mean, neither. It's like, sorry.
All right. Yeah.
Sorry,
I mean-
I just got 10 wounds back.
Well, I mean, Stormcast players used to do that to people with dragons, so you know, you're like, yeah, roll 2 dice. I got 2 dragons back. Sorry.
Fucking dice game. Let's go play Magic.
Yeah, true. All right. So I'm gonna do praying. I'm gonna go for heal. Actually, I'm gonna go for the War Scroll prayer that they have because I think it does mortal wounds. Plague Priest. Yeah. We're gonna go for Pestilence with the. No, we'll do it with the command point guy. Okay, so that's gonna go off. But it's not a great plague. Do I care about that? Actually, no, I don't, because I want to put the Great Plague over here instead on Gobsprack. So that's fine. So I'm going to pick a spot. It's going to be right here. It heals Pestilence units, but they don't need to heal right now. So on a 4+ D3 mortal wounds to you, to Gobsprack. Yep, you're going to take 2 mortals.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to the next prayer, which is going to be heal, I guess. Yeah. Yep, that's going to go off for 3. So the red priest is... Or no, actually, we're going to heal the warlock engineer. He's way more damaged. And then the last prayer will be, I guess, Rabid. There's nobody really good to put it on, but yeah. All right, and that'll go off. So, Great Plague on this one. He's going to give himself +1 attack, because he's the only Pestilence unit that's really in range to receive it. I don't think that the Plague Monks are. Let me check.
I do not know.
Range of 13. It's just within range, not wholly within range. That's kind of crazy. Okay, but it's 16. They're 16 inches away. Okay, so he's +1 attack. I get a Great Plague off. I'm gonna do the Undulant Scourge, I guess. Is there really nothing else good for me to pick? Damn, that sucks. Damn. Yeah, all right. I'll roll 3 dice for the Gorgruntas, and on every 4 up, they're gonna take a mortal. They better be scared. They just took 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
Last thing to do is the cast.
I'm just repositioning my pigs because I forgot that coherency is a thing.
Yeah, totally fine. Let's see.
I have to go give my dog her meds, or else she'll keep harassing me, and I know she just wants to go to bed. I'll be back in a minute.
Sure.
right, what do we got?
I'm gonna be casting the Warp Lightning Vortex. Use my primal dice. I get it with a 9.
I'm gonna unbind with Gobsprack.
Yep.
Throw a primal die at it. 11.
Yep.
D6 wounds. 2 wounds.
The 2. Alright. That's the end of hero.
Gobsprack is so good.
Gonna move. Then we go into movement, I guess. I think that's the only thing, just the horror guest. So, Warlock Engineer. Gonna just move his normal 6 inches. He needs to shoot. His turn. He needs to be taking some shots. The Plague Priest on foot, who's the furthest forward, is gonna run. The red one. I'll roll him a run. He's gonna go 3. So he'll go 9. He's not going to be able to make it out, is he? Well, maybe if he were to go... Can you put the territories up again real quick? Okay, so he's still going to be in. There's 9 back.
I can take him down, yeah?
Yeah.
For those of you that are watching on YouTube, the magic number is 124.
I need to score anyway. I'm probably just going to try to get it on primary here.
120.
This is siphoned for you now as well, or it will be.
At the end of my turn.
Yeah, at the end of your next turn, both these will be siphoned. You won't be able to score anything on turn 5.
I'm hoping I'm gonna kill you.
That's the idea, right?
That's the idea. Or to contest them.
The heal priest is gonna...
Oh, hey, Nick. Our German friends are here because it's, what is it, Wednesday? I don't even know what day of the week it is. Oh my God.
It's like 7 a.m.
What day of the week is it?
No, 7 a.m. in like the UK.
I think Germany's probably either, they're at least +8, but they might be +9.
Well, I know +12 is China. I don't think Germany's that far ahead of us, are they? I think they're like +7.
Well, no, because
they're +9 for you because you're on West Coast time, right?
Yeah. No, it makes no difference. Oh no, it does make a difference.
Yeah, because you're 3 hours behind me. Yeah.
I think that the UK is +8 for me.
Okay.
Because I know Slovakia is +9.
Yeah, it is. Because the UK is +5 for me.
Right.
Yeah. So this guy's just running 6.
So the Germans are maybe +9, maybe +8.
Yeah.
Go to work, Nick. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm just gonna call him Nick. Maybe it's Nietzsche. Maybe he's going for
Maybe.
Maybe he's going for like the Nietzsche Z.
All right. Yeah, I think that's all the movement that I want to do. Plague monks want to stay in. Move up onto this objective. Start getting towards the other back ones because I can't use that gnaw hole right now. That works for me. So then I'm going to go to the shooting phase. I'm going to shoot the Warlock Engineer. He got himself a pistol.
Pew pew.
3 shots into Gobsprack.
How much rend?
-2.
Ugh, all out defense. All out defense.
I'm going to use that free command point for an all-out attack here.
Okay.
So this is going to be 2s and 3s. And I rolled 2 1s to hit. I'm rolling a lot of those today.
Yeah.
And a 1 to wound. All right. And then the catapult is going to go ahead and shoot at the Gorgruntus. It's going to hit. And it's going to wound. -2.
6 up. Nope.
It's going to deal 4 damage.
Okay, so it's enough to kill, and then add 2 more.
Yep. And then they're also going to be +2 to battle shock tests.
Okay.
That's all the shooting. Then we're going to go to the charging. I'm going to charge this Plague Priest directly into Gobsprack's face. Get a 7. And I'm going to do the same with the Engineer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's in. All right. So I'm going to fight with, I think, the... Who's better, the Engineer or the Priest? They're both pretty bad, I think, but...
Gonna all out defense them regardless.
Yeah, I figured. Oh, it's actually going to be the Priest who's slightly better, I think. Yeah. Okay, so the Priest is going to do his fighting thing. He's going to overcharge his blade, so he's going to have D6 attacks.
You'll have to pardon me. I have to go let my dog out. I forgot to open the door for her. 1 sec.
Sure.
Mommy. Okay, I'm back.
All right. D6 attacks for 5. This is going to be 4s and 3s. Okay, that's good. That's bad. 1 save at -1.
5s.
Yep.
Nope, fail.
1 damage.
Okay.
You're up.
Gobsprack is going to attack the thing that didn't attack it.
Yep, the Plague Priest.
Yep.
You'll be -1 to wound and -1 to hit.
Okay, so I'm just back to profile. So Bogart Staff. So 2 hits at 3s and 3s. So that's 3s and then 3s again. Nope, those are all fails. Let's see. Beacon Flesh Tearing Talons. I'm at the bottom of my profile. I've suffered a lot of wounds. Yeah. So I'm at just 2 attacks at 4s. Oh, that's a venom encrusted weapon. So
Yep.
that's 2 damage straight up.
All right. Plague
And
Priest takes
then
2.
Stinger, we are at 3s. Nope. And then backup Stabba. That is 2 dice at 4s. Yep, both of those. And then 4s again. So 1 save at 0 rend.
Okay, that'll be a 6. He won't make that, so he'll take an additional 1.
Damage, yep. Okay.
All right. I'll fight with the Plague Monks.
Yep.
We 7 dudes. 3 attacks each.
So many dice.
Plague Monks are a lot of dice. They're just really fucking brittle. We used to be able to give them a ward save with the Plague Furnace, and they took that away. But the Plague Furnace now does no battle shock, which is also cool. So this will be 3s and 4s. I'm not all out attacking or anything. 3s. 4s. 7 saves.
So this is at 5s.
Yep.
So 4 fail.
Yep.
So 4 damage.
Yep.
Okay, 4 upward. I'll save 2.
All right. Deal another 2.
Oops. Okay.
Cool. You want to fight them?
Yeah, he's gonna all out attack the Wargog.
Sure.
So let's go with so no, you're not affecting my war scroll at all, right?
No.
So I need 3s and then I need 2s.
Yep.
Okay, so 2 saves at 1 rend.
Goes through.
Okay, so they're D3 damage a pop, so it'll be 6 damage.
Cool. You'll probably kill the whole unit with this last attack you're going to make,
Yep.
so I'm just going to wait to pull them
So
real quick before you...
3s and then 2s. Yep, no rend.
Okay, a 6.
Oh,
I
look at
make
that.
it.
Okay,
So there's 1 guy left.
sure.
All right. Well, let's roll 6 dice and see if I get any 6s to deal mortals to you, for the dudes that die. I get 1.
Okay.
So
4
1
upward.
mortal.
Okay, 1 mortal.
All right. Cool.
Your plague priest fights, right?
Yep. Plague priest fights, and yeah, I'm not going to issue all out attack, I don't think. I'd like to save that command point. So D3 attacks with the staff. 3 attacks. This will be 3s and 3s. 2 hits. 1 wound at -1.
Gobsprak got all out defense, right? He did. Yeah, so
I
I'm
think
back
so.
to 5s. No save.
Okay, 1 damage.
Okay.
And then the censor, 2 attacks, 4s and 3s. Okay, they both hit, thank God. 3s to wound. They both wound, -1.
So back to 5s. No save there.
1 damage apiece.
Okay, so I didn't roll his. You did 1
6 upward.
damage to me before, right?
I did, yeah. All of his attacks are 1 damage.
Yeah. So here's 6 upwards. Nope, he's toast.
Nope. Awesome.
Got him.
Got him, finally.
Yep.
You know, I was actually kind of hoping that you'd kill some of these dudes, because then I could score my battle my battle tactic, because you'd kill me out of my own deployment zone, but I guess no
You're
such
just
luck.
not that lucky.
Yeah, just not a lucky day. All right, well, that's all the combat activations. I'm going to pay a command point to keep the Plague Monks over there engaged with you.
Okay.
So, I'm going to hold 1 and 2, and I'm not going to hold, or no, I'm just going to hold 1.
Yeah, because you can't hold
Right?
this one.
Yeah, because I can't hold this back one anymore.
So you
I'm
hold 1 and I hold 1, so you get 1 point.
You hold 1. You hold 1. Yep. I think that's right. Yeah. I think I would score 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you have to take Battle Shock for the pigs.
Yes, I do.
And you add 2 to this roll.
So 6. I think they're fine.
+1 for the one that they lost.
Oh, maybe I lose 1. Hold on 1 sec. Yeah, I lose 1. It's okay. I'm obviously just gonna rally. them both
Negated,
back
yeah, just
again.
rally him back, you know?
That's definitely what I'm gonna do. Okay. So that's that. So my turn again?
Yeah.
Okay. So gonna get a command point. Gonna get 3 Wagh points.
Your general's not on the battlefield. You don't get a command point.
I don't get a command point, but I get 3 Wagh points. My battle tactic is going to be Actually, hold on. I don't have to decide yet. Okay, so I don't get a command point. I got my 3 wild points. My heroic action is going to be a command point. Actually, yeah.
Which you get on a 2+ because
which
your
I get on a
general's
2+.
dead.
Yep.
I'm gonna go for the same thing. I'm gonna put it on one. I don't know, the red priest. Yeah, somebody. They're all priests. It don't make no difference.
So this is the only one I can control.
Correct.
Okay, how about primal dice? I get us one.
And I do not.
Okay. I think I stare.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
You got him.
Got him. 3 wounds. Okay. So you... Nope, that's all fine. We're at the bottom of the round here, right?
Yep, bottom of 4.
Okay. The War Chanter is going to give Violent Fury to himself. And the Wargog stared. So that's it for my hero phase. I get to move the Horror Ghast, right?
Yep, because it's your turn.
How far do I get to move it?
8 inches. Basically, you just want to move it away from anything you'd want to rally, because it's like all we have left are heroes and then like single models, basically.
Okay, so move face, right?
Yeah.
Gorgrunt is going to run. He's going to place himself. Oh, no, I didn't pick my battle tactic. My battle tactic is the Iron Jaws.
Iron Jaws in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, the Iron Jaws in the middle one.
Yep.
The Bone Splitter Wizard is going to run. So you can go 8. That guy's got to stay there. The Ard Boys are going to run. So he just gets to move 5. He's just going to move 5 up this way. But I think he has to stay back there. So that's move. Because I only have 4 units alive.
Mm-hmm.
So that's move. And then there's going to be no charges. So there's going to be no monstrous actions, no combat, no battle shock. And I control 1. Because it turns off at the end of this turn.
Yeah, you control this one, and then it'll turn off.
So I control that one, and then I get my battle tactic.
Yep.
So I score, and I have 1. Unless I'm missing anything, your turn. I don't think I'm missing anything.
No, I don't think there's anything else for you to do, right? Unless you wanted to charge.
I don't know.
Yeah. So,
I need to stay in the middle, right? So.
Right.
So now we roll off tactic. Okay.
For 5.
Tie goes to you.
Yep, I got a 5.
So tie goes to you. On you.
I'm pretty sure I take it, and I think I can score 5, but let me make sure. So this one isn't tapped for me, because I just moved onto it.
Yeah.
This one I can move on to.
Yep.
I won't be able to use the... I won't be able to use the gnaw hole. Yeah, I just need to be able to do a battle tactic. Can I? Oh, can I? Can I do surround? How far are you to the board edge?
Here's a question. If I score my battle tactic, do I just win?
Next turn?
Yeah.
You would, yeah. If I score 5 here, that's the most I can score, and then you would have to score a battle tactic to win. Do you have a battle tactic you can do next turn?
Yep. Wait for it, lads.
Oh yeah, because you haven't done the Wah points one yet. Yeah, then it's
Correct.
GG.
Unless you can kill my War Chanter or my Bone Splitter or my Wargog. If you can kill one of them, then
then you can't do the battle tactic?
Well, I need 3 points. Right? So
right.
I need to end with at least 30. Right?
Oh, that's
so
true.
if you can kill one of them, you can turn off that battle tactic. Or you can at least...
Oh, I can.
But you can at least... I can roll I can use Here We Go, but I have to roll a 6.
Yeah. Well, I think I actually can kill them, so...
You have to kill just one.
Yeah.
But then I might be able to get a different tactic.
Maybe. What other tactics do you have that you could do?
Do you have any battle line left alive? Probably not.
Nope. 4 heroes and a catapult.
Cast and no unbinds. Do you have any unbinds on the table?
I have 1, the engineer.
Right. So you could, I could do that if you don't kill my Wargog.
Right.
Wholly outside of my territory, I could probably achieve that one. Intimidate the invaders. That's a pretty likely one.
Yeah. You didn't do intimidate already?
No.
I don't think you did, right? You did
I killed your general. Yeah, I did the 2. I did like the sneak up. That's our turf now.
Yep,
Reprisal.
sneak up.
And then endless expropriation because I killed.
Endless
your
expro.
guy.
That's what it was. That's right. Okay. Yeah. You could maybe do intimidate.
But if you don't
I guess it just kind of depends on what I kill. If I kill the Gore Grunta and the War Chanter, then you can't do intimidate because the Ardboy will be stuck in the back, and you'll have 1 in, 1 out.
Is it more out?
More out than in.
Okay.
It can't be tied.
And it has to be wholly out, I'm assuming.
Wholly out.
So right. So right now I can move out on my turn.
Right.
Right. So you'd have to kill like
the
2
War
out
Chanter
of
and the
3.
pig. I think I can kill the War Chanter and the pig this turn. I have mortal wounds from prayers, and I have a great plague. I have catapult shots, and I have magic. So I think I have like a decent chance of killing that stuff in the middle. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I'll see what I can do with it here.
And I'm not gonna get my grand strat.
Yeah, neither of us are, because you killed my general and I killed yours.
Oh no, I can't get my grand strat. For me, it's general or battle line.
Or battle line,
but
yeah,
battle
but that
line's
guy's
way behind.
He's all the way back there.
I mean, I could theoretically mighty destroyers into auto run 6.
Yeah.
So I could go 14 inches. I wonder how far that gets me. Probably not far enough. Oh, yeah, it looks like it does.
It would get you halfway in, halfway out. I think dominance actually may be my best choice. And just, I have to hope you don't unbind me. Because the board edges one, the catapult's fine. I can move one guy over to the left, but I can't touch, like, your backboard edge very easily, and I can't get over to the far right side anymore. Yeah, I think I have to go for magical dominance here and just try to cast a spell and hope you don't unbind it. So, other heroic action stuff, let's generate primal dice. I don't get us one.
I get us one.
Cool. And then, prayers. Or no, heroic actions. I'm gonna go for a command point. I'm gonna get it.
Now
praying.
I could go, here we go.
You could. You have to try to roll over battle round 5.
I gotta roll 6.
You gotta roll 6.
Yep.
Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm gonna heal my Wargog.
Okay.
Yeah, I need 8 or under. 7, so I get it. So I heal
Yep.
D3.
For 1.
Whatever.
All right. I'm going to go for Prayan. We're going to start with the Heal Priest. He's going to go for Pestilence, Pestilence. He's going to get that with a 3. Perfect. Picks a point on the map, 13 inches away. Everything within 3 inches of that point. We'll take D3.
How many spells do you got?
1.
Okay.
So on a 4+, the Wargog's going to take D3. He does. He's going to take 1.
Okay, 4 up board.
Yep.
Nope, he takes 1.
On a 4+, the War Chanter. Nope. On a 4+, the Pig. Yes. Will also take 1.
Okay.
The next priest is going to chant Rabid Rabid. He'll reroll. He's going to get that with a Great Plague. And the Great Plague that I'm going to choose is the Red Maw Plague. So I am going to infect your War Chanter with the Red Maw Plague. I get to activate him as if he was a friendly unit during the combat phase.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So I can make him fight your stuff.
Oh, yeah, because he got +1 damage.
Oh, yeah, he does. Oh, yeah. And then the last prayer will be Guidance. Go for command point. And I'll get that. All right, spells. Well, I wanted to kill your Unbind, but you healed the 1 mortal I was able to deal to the Wargog. So, we got to try it. Warp Lightning Vortex. Oh my god. An 11. All right. Actually, it's a 12 because I'm close to the gnaw hole. I'll use my primal die. All right. I get that with a 16.
I will try to unbind, and I'll throw both my primal dice at it. 12,
You only have 1.
13, 14, 15.
You only have 1 primal die. We both do.
Oh, where am I mistaken? I'll just re-roll it then.
Because neither of us have the Acolytes active anymore. Both of our Acolytes battalions.
No, because I think I carried one over from last turn. This is the bottom of the round, right?
This is the top of Battle Round 5.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll fail.
Okay. Warp Lightning Vortex is finally being set up and cast. So the first one goes within 13. And then the others have to go in the weird fucking triangle. Boom. All right. My Plague Priest is going to take D3 mortal wounds. So this happens when it's set up and at the either start or end, one of the two. I think it's the start of the movement phase. Let me just go to it real quick. At the end. Okay. So on a 3+, because I'm in 2 overlapping, Plague Priest takes D3. He does. He'll take 1. And now your stuff. So the War Chanter is in 2 overlapping. He'll take D3 on a 3+. He will. He'll take 2. The Wargog will take 1 on a 4+, or D3 on a 4+. He does. That'll be 1.
4 up board. Nope.
The Pig. Oh, that's a 6. On modified 6 is D6 mortal wounds. He's going to take 6 mortals. Okay.
So what do you score?
Well, now I'm just going to... So I'm going to, like, auto-run 6 here, right? And then I'm going to stand on these 2 objectives. 1, 2 more.
Okay.
And battle tactic, because you didn't unbind the spell.
Correct.
So that's 5. Yeah. That's the whole turn, though. That's all I do.
Okay. So on my turn, I get no Wagh points.
Yep.
Okay. So then my And there's no way I'm going to score any battle tactic.
I don't think you can with just
No.
the one Ard boy.
There's no way, but I'm going to roll for a command point on a 2-up. And I'll...
Yep.
But I have to give it to a hero. No, I
You
don't.
have to give it to a hero, so you can't get one.
Right, so I
Yeah.
can't even do that. So then I roll for a here we go, I guess. And I get it. Look at that.
You get it. Yep.
So then that's my battle tactic. I have no command point, so I'm going to run my guy, and he's not going to get it. So he's going to go 8 inches. So it's not going to be enough to get out of the zone.
Yep.
To get into your territory. So at the end of my turn, I'm going to score 2.
Yep.
So I win. Or like,
yeah.
do you get your grand strat? I don't get my grand strat.
I do not. No.
Oh, that was super close. I can't believe
I fucked up 2 battle tactics pretty hard to this game.
Yeah, I feel like I messed up my deployment and my turn 1 were pretty miserable, I feel. But close game. Whenever I play against you playing Skaven, it feels like it's a real game.
Skaven does always feel like a good close game with orcs. I do really like it. Yeah.
They're both kind of like tiered similarly. Whew! That was awesome, Leonard.
Yeah, good game.
It's a crazy back and forth game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna take off actually because
Yeah,
I'm tired. It's late as hell.
It's late as hell. All right, good night.
Yeah, but good night. Yeah.
All right. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't enjoy watching that. So, you tell me. 3 hours and 45 minutes of me playing a game of Age of Sigmar poorly, riddled with errors. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, watch.